Okay, so then now you see him, you start punching him up, and the man your wig off. That's what he's supposed to do. I'm sorry, I know there's people who love Vaughn, but what Lil Taney did is what he's supposed to do.
I have the rappers with the ski mask thing, bro. Fling that smelly flipping thing off your head.
Probably stinks, right?
Yeah, bro. You haven't washed your hair in days. You saw the top of that. That's done.
They take off the ski mask and just musty up the room, bro.
Like, you know, I smell your blow head.
Because you're gonna look crazy if, like, all of a sudden now you're like, oh my God.
Yes, Jesus loves me.
Yeah. You start turning into Lecrae and like, no, bro. Your fans are gonna be like,
the Bible tells me so.
Grifter, are you all entertained?
We love
Yes.
You can hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah?
Mike sounds nice.
It's a good day to be alive, boys.
I know. Good day to be free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wouldn't want to be in this mess.
Holy. We got a lot of stuff to get into, man. I think we should just start off the top and pause.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
That Donald Trump, Joe Rogan's been going crazy.
I know. I didn't get to watch it.
Did you see any of that?
I've been watching it. I haven't finished it yet.
I tried to watch the first hour or whatever, and I don't know. It was cool, but it's kind of dry. Compared to his flagrant interview was fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it's so interesting to see Donald Trump in this like very real setting.
Yes.
You know, the production isn't too crazy. And it's just like, this is how he would look if he was just sitting across from you.
Yeah, the side view, I was like, oh shit, this, pause again. Like, I was like, this is how Donald Trump looks from the side, just like without extra production.
Yeah.
Because when you see them on Flagrant, I don't know if y'all saw that. They had like extra lighting.
Yeah.
Like this softer lighting on him and stuff like that.
Yeah, they made it look sick.
Yeah. But this was just the raw Donald Trump. But we definitely, I have a segment all on this whole politics stuff. But let's start off early because we got a lot of shit to get into, man.
All right.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Perfect song to play in court.
I know, right?
If you're his lawyer.
Come on, Judge.
Like, let the man out.
Damn.
Even
bro.
I'm like, maybe he didn't do it.
Maybe.
Nah, he did that.
Man.
He did that shit.
Damn, man.
joking.
Let's get into it though, man. We are Buck is the world's most smoked out podcast. We love hip hop. I'm your host of the most host, Friday Ricky Dread, aka I don't know. I'm at a loss for AKAs this week, man. Damn, bro.
What's the AKA, bro?
You know what? I'll bring back an old one. Ricky Dread, 100 blunts to the head. Let's bring that one back.
Jesus. 100 blunts to the head.
You know what I'm saying? Had to bring back an oldie but goodie right there. But we back over here, B3 Studios, episode 516. Let's start on the end over here.
Yes, sir.
Looking like he came back from
another lumberjack.
I'm seeing a theme. Yeah, I'm seeing a theme. A lot of flannels with this guy, eh?
Sorry, guys.
He needs to start a wrestling group, the Lumberjacks. But back again,
yes, sir.
Dusty Wallace in the motherfucking building.
Hi, guys. Wagwan.
Here.
Everybody all right?
Yeah, we good. We good. And also, no bar mitzvahs, no weddings this week. You know what I'm saying? Back from the album Trails. You might have seen him on your favorite Instagram pages and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? DJs are in the motherfucking building.
Yes, sir. DJs are, aka the Muzzy of the Wave and Muzzy. It was a good week, boys. You know, we released a song or a post, I guess, with RTN, and we released an album. So we're just working on content around the album, and it's been received good. The GTA song, people are rocking with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Shout out to everyone who's been rocking with it. Shows coming your way, live shows. You know what I'm saying?
We'll be there.
We gotta get to it. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be there for sure.
Okay, so quick, fast before we get into stuff. How does that work? How does the live show work? Do you guys have that planned out already?
Sort of. Like, we're still trying to configure the format because we want to balance comedy and music.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, you don't want to have like a bunch of acts and then we perform.
Yeah.
Like I really
No,
deep down, like I feel like it should be like a 2-man show and we both do like stand up and then we both do the songs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, keep it based on you guys.
Yeah, and maybe have some openers, some local comedians or like local acts. But
yeah.
If anyone wants to attend that show, let me know, man.
Yeah.
Even if it's like 30, 40 people type venue, just
that's okay.
We want to start doing shows like that, bro, because that's where the real money is, fam. Like even streaming, and we're gonna talk about, you know, Durk and stuff, and like a lot of other artists that like, bro, their music alone is not like paying as much as they need it to pay. You know what I'm saying? So they have to dive into other sources of income. But shows and tours, that's where the money is. It's just a harder lifestyle.
Well, this is, you know, when we do get into the artists, that's where most of these artists get their bread and butter is from touring and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But big salute to you. Look out for the album right now, The Fanatical Adventures of the Wave and the Muzzy.
Oh, wow. What else is there?
I'll show ya. There's buckets, drugs, and everything when you walk through Kensington. Construction on Eglinton, highway traffic exiting.
On your phone, on your DSPs right now.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Appreciate that, brother.
Before we get into everything, I'm gonna give a quick salute to sponsors. All right, big salute to Diamond Club. That's the sign that you see right behind us over here. Okay, they got delivery of some of the loudest loud all over the GTA and across Canada. Okay, edibles. You can get pens as well as the dopest flower. You know what I'm saying? Hit them up on their Instagram page, Diamond Club _Canada, and you could also use the code We Love Hip Hop and get yourself a little discount. You heard me? If you want some of that blim, hit up Steamin' Hot Grabber. There's a couple of grabber shakers on the table right now. Hit them up on their Instagram page if you want delivery across the GTA. That's Steamin' Hot Grab on Instagram, and also use the code We Love Hip Hop. Last but not least, right now, if y'all want some legacy blends from out of Ottawa, check out Only Loud. Only Loud has their own brand as well as a whole bunch of different legacy brands under their umbrella. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Only Loud Canada, or you could also find them on Snapchat, onlyloud.ca. I mean, I got a few other things on the table here, but we'll talk about that later on in the podcast.
Okay.
Gentlemen, we've gotten all the formalities out the way. We've got a lot of stuff to get into. The first topic, which is the thing that's going crazy with everybody right now, is Lil Durk getting arrested. He got arrested in Broward County when he was on his way to where? Italy at this point?
Yeah, in Switzerland or something like that. Like he booked 3 flights.
Yes.
And then but when he went to go for the Switzerland one, the police were already there.
Yeah, so that's the crazy thing. He did 3 flights, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna break down this whole thing. We're gonna be talking about this for a while. So if y'all don't want to hear about Durk, maybe fast forward into the podcast a little bit. Yeah. But like, why do y'all think that he booked 3 flights? Did he like? This is definitely something that looks like he's on the run. I don't want to sound like I don't want to be police or anything, but you do 3 flights when you know that the feds are coming. To me, that looks like, if this flight don't work, I'm gonna jump on this one. If this flight don't work, I'm driving over here and I'm getting over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're in different cities.
Yeah,
that's kind of crazy.
Well, he had the feds on a goose chase. Went for a little second there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I give him an A for effort.
Yeah,
I give him an A for effort. I won't lie. Right?
What proof do they have that he contracted this like hit?
So from the paperwork that I was looking at earlier or yesterday, I mean, there's things in there in the paperwork where he's asking, and I'll go up on my own page here because I just posted about it. So one of the things is, don't book no flights under my name involved with me, right? Or no name involved with me. So this is in the paperwork from his arrest, right? He had given this as one of the orders to the other 4 guys. Like, if you're going to be booking anything, don't put anything under my name. But they put a bunch of stuff under the OTF credit cards, which to me is stupid.
That's literally linked to your name,
right? They booked a bunch of flights under the OTF credit cards. They booked other shit, like, and then Durk and one of the other shooters took a private jet to LA at the same time as the other 3 men were going down there.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
so
that's crazy.
So he was trying to plan a last minute escape where everyone scatters.
What do you mean?
No, that was that's when Quando Rondo his cousin got plugged.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they did all those moves.
Yeah, they were going for Quando. They were actually going for Quando Rondo, but they hit his cousin instead. Right, and then there's that infamous video of him like screaming in the street, crying. Right, like damn. And that's at that point where Quando Rondo denounced the Crips and stuff like that. He's like, he's not down with that no more. You know what I'm saying? Because all this shit happened in LA. They have to extradite Durk from Broward County to LA.
So wait, when did the actual hit happen?
This was back in 2022, August 18th, 2022. Yeah.
And I guess they've been spending this whole time building up a case, or
I
mean, they probably knew, but they needed evidence.
They needed tangible facts.
They needed time for the self-snitching.
They said that there was an investigation that's been going on in regards to this guys, and that there might have somebody who was in their team who had a wire.
Yeah, it was, what's his name? Jam.
Yeah, OTF Jam.
Yeah.
And this is a clip of him here.
That's cool.
Like when you come home.
This is a clip from an interview that they did like over there, I guess, in their trap. In their trap house.
A little bit over, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
A little bit over, yeah. 12 years flat.
12 years?
Like 12 years. Did my time. Ain't told them nobody.
Right.
Ain't no food shit on my name. Now I'm back. And I'm living a life I never thought I'd live. You know? Yeah, but like.
So this is the guy that they're saying might have had a wire on him. I don't know if he does. Right now, for like the internet to all be on pointing fingers at him, myself included, I posted this guy. If it's not true, damn, bro, that sucks for this guy. Because
like a kind of like almost like a Gunna kind of vibe.
Yeah, or you got the wrong guy. Maybe there was somebody else who's wearing a wire and it's just not him.
It's not him. But
he's like, bro, stop, man. It's not me.
I don't know.
But if everybody's pointing, like if it walk like a duck, talk like a duck, I don't know, bro.
It's a duck.
Do you feel like the internet saying slide for Vaughn played a role in this?
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, but those are trollers. How you let a troller get you out of your position?
You don't think he was going to do it anyways?
Oh, that's a good question. Because with the way that this culture is, especially in Chicago, like Get Back and all that, you know what I'm saying? And this is something international, like hood to hood, right? Sometimes when you get to a certain position, do you have to go and get the Get Back? You won already. You're famous, right? Like let's say, you know, it's innocent until proven guilty, but like for what they're charging him with, they're saying this is a paid hit. This is what they're accusing him of right now.
Yeah.
Of murder for hire.
Murder for hire.
Right?
This is not a RICO.
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
It's still evolving, bro. This can turn into a RICO.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying?
But a lot of times when they have a RICO on you, they get you for the RICO right away, right? Like when all these other rappers have gotten taken down for a RICO, right away it says RICO.
Yeah.
This is murder for hire. You can still beat this. I won't lie. Okay,
so how do you think in Durk's position can he beat this legal wise? This is for both of y'all. Like legal wise, what can his lawyer use as the defense for him not doing this? Because I've seen a few people in the comments said he's going to beat the case. Yeah. How?
There's two ways. He might have to rat.
Oh,
he might have to give up 5 bodies. He might have to give up the FBG duck body. He might have to do something to get. No, and not to say that he doesn't go to jail still, but. Give me 5 bodies, I'll give you 10 years. So I'll give you a dime.
He has to become 6'9"?
Hey, most of the I don't condone it, right? But most of these 6'9" attributes, right, have been getting more famous than the ones who keep it solid. I'm not saying to do it. But I'm saying when you're in that position, you doing that is only gonna make you get bigger.
He's gonna have to delete that song with Drake. Please don't play that boy in the song.
True.
We don't listen to rats.
True.
You're gonna have to delete that verse, bro.
But
you're gonna change the lyrics. We do not listen to cats.
Yeah.
Or we kind of listen to rats.
Next thing you know, it's like, we only listen to rats.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know if that's a solution for the voice of the streets. Yeah, just tell a little bit.
but most Chicago dudes that I know that I've seen so far have kept it solid, dog. So it's only like Atlanta and those New York niggas that be ratting. So I'm not even gonna get too deep, but
shots fired.
Yo, what if he just like he hugs the charge, he hugs the jail time, and he becomes like a borderline Vibes Cartel in jail.
So like he does next 20 years and we just like
we still like he making tracks.
We check for him from behind bars.
Yeah, like yo, Vibes Cartel drop Fever.
True. I don't know if he wants to do that, bro. Like, yeah, I'll just do what Vibes did.
You gotta remember.
But it's a solution, I guess.
Yeah. But because it'll be like people will rate him because he actually slid for Vaughn. But actually people are saying he crashed out. So it's like there's no winning. It's like they say slide for Vaughn. You slide
until you slide, and then they tell you crashed out when you get caught.
You let a bunch of trollers trick you out of your position, dog, because that's the internet. Yeah, you may have your two friends that might be like, yo, we gonna snap these niggas necks, right? But you guys can still talk about it and be like, listen, right now we're winning. We're in a better position than that guy Quando Rondo.
Yeah.
Let's watch him die by his own demise. You know what I'm saying? Like, we stay out of the way. But typically in our world, in our community, it doesn't really go down like that. You know what I mean? So that's the part where we're ignorant. We're ignorant.
Got to get the get back, bro.
You got to get the get back, right?
Maybe that needs to stop. That cycle of, and I understand where the pain comes from. Like with this example, like they're using it from the King Von example, right?
Yeah.
But like for many of these guys, they've, in the streets that don't get talked about. You slid on my friend. You took one of my people from my crew. That hurts. We went to the funeral. Wait till I find these niggas and I'm going to get back at these niggas. I understand that. But if we keep doing that, we're always just going to continuously kill each other, bro.
If the killer of Vaughn had ended up staying in jail till this day, none of this would be, because you would feel a little bit of
like retribution.
A little bit, you would have, because Quando Rondo would have fell off, right?
He still fell off.
Yeah, but we still can see him. He's relevant right now. Yeah. His name has got brought up about 1 million times just yesterday.
Yeah.
Right? So whether the kids knew about him or not before, they're going back to check his music right now.
Yeah.
They're going to see what he's talking about in the records to see how many times he mentioned Brick Baby's name.
People are studying his music now.
Now they're studying his music, right? Let's just say if Little Tim, right?
Yeah, it was Little Tim.
If Little Tim had just ended up not beating that charge, I guarantee you Durk would not be in this situation right now.
But, to your point, I blame Vaughn for this. For all of this shit, like, I blame Durk because he has to take accountability and, him and his people, they have to take their own accountability. But Vaughn wasn't able to let shit go.
Never.
With him and Quando Rondo.
Yeah.
Over a chick.
And NBA Youngboy.
And okay, so then now you see him, you start punching him up, and the man blows your wig off. That's what he's supposed to do. I'm sorry. I know there's people who love Vaughn, but what Lil Tinny did is what he's supposed to do. He's protecting his homie, and I'm sure if any of Quando Rondo's guys ran over on Vaughn and was punching him up, he would have got the same treatment. His head would have got blown off too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't get mad at the man for doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, because if you keep him alive, now your life is at risk.
Bro.
But either way, it was interesting you were saying like the get back and stuff. Like it does give you a type of closure. I feel like maybe that's what people are after, right? But we have to find different ways of closure. But
yes,
sometimes, if it's like, yo, you're the reason my friend is not here. I got rid of you. I got closure now. You know what I'm saying? That is like a logical conclusion.
Or I touched something you love.
Yeah.
That's what it was. He didn't get Quando. They were like, probably when they seen Quando going like, ah, damn, they're like,
yeah.
Sorry to swear, but like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, that's not even the dude we want. Now we're going to jail for a guy. We're basically accident murderers.
Basically.
They killed the wrong dude.
They killed the wrong dude, dog.
Yeah.
So you're going to do everything to sweep this under the rug now. You're going to be like, damn, like, dog, we messed up. We're accident murderers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But, okay. I don't understand, like, when it comes to this, right? And I guess I do understand, but when you go for your ops because your ops came for you, right? They took one of your guys. Now we took one of their guys. We know it doesn't end there.
No, it's an ongoing cycle. But
because they're going to be like, yo, you just took one of our guys. Now we got to come back and take one of you guys again or take more of your guys. So it's like, how do we figure out to make it where, okay, taking one of your guys is not the option?
I'll take your most powerful guy and then shit stops. Trust me, I've seen it happen.
That's where it stops?
When the most powerfulest guy the strongest guy out of that clique, gets his head taken off, the rest of the clique becomes dispersed.
Strike
A lot of times, like I've seen it happen to the best of cliques.
So they have to just keep on going and going until they get the biggest guy.
Biggest man, the man who's the most feared.
Yeah, if you strike the shepherd, the sheep will scatter.
Yes.
Literally like that. Like
yes, like honestly, like I'll give you a little example. Like my uncle, he was really big in the underworld. Maybe a couple of his friends got licked off, things still were running.
Yeah.
As soon as they lick off my unks, everything has stopped. Money stopped. Everything. Family can't eat. They cut off the head of the snake.
War's done.
War was done. We don't even. I don't even want to know who did it. You get what I'm saying? I'm done.
Because I'm trying to just get into their mind.
Yeah.
Of like these guys who are like, okay, I'm gonna go get these guys back. Solution done. You know what I'm saying? Like you went home, I got them. Like I'm good.
You know, but if I got the big guy, like you see how we got Dirk now? Now Quando Rondo could sleep good at night. He's not worried about the rest of OTF. OTF now is done. You get what I'm saying? Because I got your biggest guy is down. So the guy who would have put up the 100 grats to get my head knocked off now puts him.
He's down.
He's down.
Yeah.
The rest of them can't even afford Snickers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now, boom, it stops. It's done. He's gone. And we're good. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you something. It's like it's off of experience. From once you see that the big man is gone, war's done.
Yeah.
You know.
Go.
No, from the outside looking in, like, because you're right. Like the logical conclusion is there's going to be continuous get back for infinity.
Yeah.
But I feel like deep down, a lot of people find purpose in like war and like fighting for something. So I feel like almost like, and there's a law of power where it says like you should have enemies.
Yeah.
Because it like it's good for like it creates a pressure that forces you to be like on guard and like compete. So I feel like in a way, whether mans know it or not, like they're entrenched in that kind of psychological struggle where it's like they almost want ops.
They need beef.
They need the ops.
Yeah.
Sometimes they listen to the ops. Sometimes it's like, I feel like you guys would be friends. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes ops be like
sometimes they're
studying
family
each other.
members, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But it gives you like a sense of purpose and identity. And like when you're at war, like you're fighting for something, whether it's like your ends or like a cause or whatever. So I feel like we have to get into addressing that aspect of what I honestly would call like human tribalism in society, where it's like they're naturally doing stuff that like humans would do in these like situations where it's like they're fighting for their ends. You know, they have enemies. That gives them like a story. It builds the mythology of like the clan. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we used to fight these guys back in the 80s.
That's where it's still happening to this day.
It's literally building the lore.
It's genocide in the sense of, because, okay, like if you're a GD, right? Most GDs have beef with BDs. You get what I'm saying? So now think about it like this. Vaughn's father, right? They had to snipe his ass just to get him off this planet. Okay? Now, and then after Dirk's father, he was running a crack epidemic, pandemic, whatever you want to call it, dog. He had
like
it
big
up.
Time,
He was big time. So what happens to a lot of these guys is that they don't see their daddy no more. Their daddy's gone for 30 years plus. Right? So what's gonna happen?
In this war, like quote unquote.
Your daddy took out my daddy.
Yeah, GDs, BDs from back in the day.
Yeah, like or my dad's doing time because of your father.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't even know that what the reason why these guys have beef with these guys really is because your daddy did something to my daddy, or my daddy did something to yours, and it's just generational, ongoing.
But I the thing is with this particular example, this is not a Chicago beef. This is a beef that was started because of whatever hip hop bullshit.
Because of Vaughn.
Right? Because of Vaughn.
Because Dirk was already friends with them.
Yeah.
He was friends with NBA and Quando.
And then from there, now he's sliding, the whole slide for Vaughn. And here we are now. You know what I mean? They slid for Vaughn, right? On some guy who's not even from anywhere near where they're from.
Savannah.
Exactly. Right. So they're literally, it goes back to even with some of the shit over here. These guys are having issues with each other, and they're not beefing over territory or whatever that they would beef for in Chicago. You know what I mean? Like, they have their own reasons in Chicago, like you were just mentioning. Generational shit, a bunch of shit. These guys are literally beefing and murking each other. For a gal. Stupid. And if you don't want to just put it on the girl, for hip-hop shit. Like, you guys just know each other because you're rappers, bro.
And I think he did it for, like, the internet or the algorithm in a sense. Like, I really feel like that pressure got to him because I'm not going to lie.
For
like
the algorithm?
Wow.
Maybe, bro, for his
That's
legacy.
No, but I see what you're saying,
Yeah.
because I say the trolls have no face. So when the man's trolling you, like, you got to slide for Vaughn, you see that 30,000 times come up on your thing, you're going to be like, yo.
Watch.
Yeah? You guys want to see this? All right, cool. I'm going to slide for my Vaughn. But
I also feel like, because what I realize is, like, when I meet, like, hoodmans, they don't really listen to mainstream rappers, but Lil Durk is that, like, one of the few accepted crossovers where it's like they really rock with Durk, and maybe this was the chink in his armor where it's like he never slid for Vaughn. So I feel like on some, like, legacy perception kind of approach, maybe he was like, we have to do this.
Check that off the
we
list.
have to, for Vaughn, for the people, for me, for us. We have to do this.
No, dude, let's say, like what Czar just said, they never did slide and then hit, like, I don't remember the dude's name that passed.
Cousin?
Lil Tub,
right? Going
Lil
for
Pap
Rondo.
or something like that.
Or Lil Pap, I don't remember the name. It's a Lil, right? But they were going for Rondo. Okay, they got somebody, so somebody died. All right, one on the scoreboard. Now, if they didn't do that, will Durk's record sales start going down because his core fans, like you just mentioned, you know what I'm saying? Like, enough mans up here in Toronto do all the and all that. Fam, from even listening to more Durk lately, I'm like, all y'all niggas got the sauce from this nigga.
He is the Drake for the younger.
Yes. Now, example, like what Zara was just saying, if he never slid for Vaughn, like the pressure that they're giving him, is the sales going to start going down?
It's an asterisk.
Yeah?
It's like, yo, he's a real dude, but
exactly.
His street cred would have went down. The music thing, he was already catapulting off. You got songs
He's doing songs with Drake.
Right? You got songs with Drake. You're catapulting.
Yeah.
But when it came to your street stuff, now you going back to Chicago and being around the rest of O Block and da-da-da-da-da. You know what I mean?
Not only there, like, mans in Toronto who are like, yo, I slide listening to Durk. But they start feeling different about you because, like, you never slid for Vaughn. So it's like, I don't know if I'm going to listen to Durk anymore. I'm going to start listening to somebody else.
No, this is very on brand with his music of, doing this stuff. So it's like, this is probably good for his, like, reputation overall. Maybe not for his life.
Nah.
Maybe not for his life.
The man's facing a death penalty.
Not for his life, but rap is one of those few things where it's like, almost like, you know how, like, job have requirements?
Yeah.
Go to jail. It could be a requirement almost to be like a successful,
Yes, but he did that
successfully
already, though.
perceived
He already
rapper.
did that.
He did that.
But
They were young.
there's more on that list. You know what
See,
I'm
when they were
saying?
like 15,
the higher you want to go.
See, when they were like 15, 16, and then we first heard about Durk was already coming from jail.
Yeah.
That and a war. These guys were already beefing from jail. Most of the guys in Chicago.
Yeah.
But what I want to say is, academics. I'm not here to kick his back in, but he has put the most light on the war on Chirac. And a lot of times what I feel by him is that he hasn't even given back to them. You know what I mean? And I feel like he should actually be giving back in these times when a rapper like Durk is going down. And if you really tap into the people in Chicago, because I have, and they tell me Durk takes care of a lot of people, bro.
Yeah.
This is like a lot of people are about to starve.
Yeah.
Okay. And in Chicago, they're having an epidemic when it comes to their murders. Okay.
Yeah.
And not only that, and see where they're terrorizing the like Durk's situation is not going to help Chicago neither. So a lot of things are. It's not only that. It's politics right now.
Yeah.
We got in a week, 2 weeks. We got the elections. A lot of Chicago people are what, Republicans?
I'm not sure.
I think they're Democrat.
I one or the other, right? But all I know is that whatever's going on in their city, especially when it comes to like organ donating, a lot of people go to that. It sounds off, but I know where some people are going to agree with me. No, watch. Murder is a thing in that city. So if a lot of murders are up, that means a lot of organs are able to be given.
Black market.
Thank you. So where it's going is they need these guys off the street too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because they're causing a lot of genocide. In a weekend, there could be 100 and something shootings in Chicago. Alone.
Yeah, it gets crazy over there.
Right? But a lot of this is through mouth talking.
Let me ask you
What's
guys a
going on
question. Because Durk is the voice of the streets.
Yeah.
Right? He's facing heavy charges right now.
Yeah.
We can see so much people who've been influenced by him, especially from over here. A lot of the drill rappers from over here, Durk is their guy.
Drill's dead though.
That's the question I want to ask you guys. Is drill music dead now? Or is this the beginning of the end of drill music?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I want it to be. I actually want it to be. Not to sound like a Karen, right? Or a Darren, a black guy. Is a Darren. Right?
Darren.
I don't want to sound like a Darren, but it has to be because the labels are the ones eating the most off of these black men who are at war, who are in these lyrics, who are dying from these lyrics, who are
Getting locked up from the
getting
lyrics.
locked
Living
up.
that life.
And you know what it is? A lot of them aren't really living the life. It's just that you have to act like you're living the life.
Yeah.
Right? So, okay, like this. You had Common, who's from Chicago. You wouldn't even know that he was from Chicago back in the day because he was a B-boy. Right? He wasn't talking no gangster stuff.
Kanye West also.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that was called what? Conscious rap? Right? Now, there was no money in that in Chicago. There's no money in that. So what do we do at the labels in Chicago now and around the world? We need genocide. We need genocide. So who's to be blamed really? It's not really the drill rapper, eh? Because they're talking about their
It's
life.
the power system.
Thank you.
The structure.
The structure.
But even like with the drill rappers, and I think in my opinion, drill rapping is going to start dying because we're seeing too many examples right now of guys who are in, whether it's the lower level or the higher level positions, who are just getting taken out, whether it's getting murked like Pop Smoke, or going to jail like Lil Durk, bro. Like Lil Durk's gonna be facing, even if he beats this, it's gonna take him like 3 years, maybe 5 years or longer to beat this, bro. His career is mosh up right now, bro.
For a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? So like any guy who's been at the top of the drill lane, they've been taken out in some kind of way. The worst ways.
Worst ways.
It's literally like signing up to be a side bomber, and you're gonna have to do that. But it's like, yo, it's part of the job description where it's like, because I'm trying to think of like people who came up in drill and then stayed there. And then like were not murked or crashed out or anything.
There's guys, but they're not popping like that. Like Fabio Foreign, he's a drill rapper, right? He's come from that drill time, Brooklyn drill, Ray Tay Tay. With all due respect, he's not doing anywhere close to like how good Pop Smoke would have done if he lived.
He's doing weddings. I saw a video of him doing a wedding performance. Little mama married.
He's not doing like, he's not the guy, you know what I'm saying? Because he survived. The other person that they were looking towards, they went to another borough to go look for another drill rapper, K Flock. Where is he right now?
He's behind, he's in the bingo hall.
Right? Because we seen on camera him, you know, blowing a nigga down. Pause.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you gonna beat that.
Maybe, but like, look how long this has been. Like, K Flock's been gone for like 2-3 years.
That's how long it takes.
And a lot of the young rappers now, they don't want to make that type of stuff because one, they don't want to have to like uphold this lifestyle and endanger themselves. And two, they're like, yo, no one's really trying to hear that. Like, because like if you make drill music, it only hits if you're credible and like the song is good, but you have to be about that life.
Yeah.
You're not going to be like Slim Jesus, even though that did work for a bit. As soon as it was found out that like he wasn't that guy, he wasn't that kid.
Wow.
His whole everything went down.
Bro, I can give you more examples. Fulio. A lot of these examples happened this year.
Do you label him a drill rap? I don't label
Yes,
him.
because he's smoking on his ops.
Okay.
Like the drill rap has gone beyond the beat and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're drilling on the song, you're smoking on the ops and all that type of shit.
Yeah, you're spinning.
You're spinning all, you know, you're doing the dances, all that. That's all part of the whole, to me, the whole drill umbrella.
The genre.
The genre. You know what I'm saying? So the guys in Florida taking L's. The guys in Toronto taking L's, bro. Almost all the drill rappers out here took either a major L, whether they're gone.
Yep.
And like the only one who got lucky is 5. For now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most of his crew's gone. Flip is in jail. Drill rapper.
Yeah.
Century, drill rapper.
But you notice a lot of the
Jason
rappers
just got it.
a lot of Toronto rappers who do drill who are still up, they didn't start with drill. Like they kind of came up in a era before, but they were still
conscious. A lot of them were conscious rappers talking about what they were suffering from,
or more just like going OT and like selling, but like having
that's on trap.
Yeah, they were more trap
rapping.
Trap rapping.
Yeah. Now
so trap
it's like,
and drill, it's like there's a separation.
Yes, trap rapping was like I'm in the trap, I'm making money,
staying clean,
and trap kind of murked into I'm doing drugs while I'm in the trap and selling drugs too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for the young boys.
Yeah.
But it was still based on how much drugs and stuff like that.
Yeah, and money I made.
Right? Drill is literally when you go through the lyrics, is like slid on this person on this, don't mess with me because I'm this guy. I catch a body on this person. So and so didn't make it, so we had to. Now we laughing at him.
We got the switchy.
Yeah. It's like very focused on kill.
Gun references.
Yeah.
The gun bars, I rate some of the gun bars though.
Yeah, but
you can get creative,
the FNF make him spin like this and then like but it's just only that. You know what I'm saying? You might just maybe. I put my dick in her mouth, right? Just for a quick girl bar, but then back to killing.
Scrape your body off the floor. Scrape. Gotta cut him out of his jeans.
Right?
I put my dick in her mouth, but first
we shoot him. And you gotta cut him out of his jeans.
There's not really much time for other things if you're a drill rapper.
No, you're not having sex.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just have to stick to the drill.
So trap kind of like. Trap kind of died and then was replaced by drill.
Yes.
And now drill's dying. So what's the next frontier of hip hop?
I hope the labels go to conscious, back to conscious.
It's funny because like
I think R&B.
No, from the rap aspect, like what are the rappers are gonna say?
I think it'll be like R&B rap, like where like it's kind of like Roddy Ricch.
But they're already doing that. They're already doing that.
Sad boy rap.
Yeah, like you got to go back now. What's happening in the world today? Like kids gotta honestly understand, like. You're gonna rap about what you've been through for real, mom not having paper, you opening up your fridge, maybe seeing nothing, and da. We want to hear that. Maybe I want to hear that. Than hearing how many people you killed. I'm just being real.
What are the drill rappers gonna do though? Do the drill rappers switch? Like all these guys who are like Durk clones, because low key, I'm finding out now
they're all Durk clones.
A lot of these guys are Durk clones.
And Reese,
but Durk especially, bro. Durk has influenced a lot of these guys, bro. Like
he's the archetype.
From the sound, from the ad libs to just a lot of his shit, bro.
The swag, the Islam mixed with the hood.
Oh my God, all of that, bro.
Bear Mans are making du'as or prayers for Lil Durk. My homie's like, yo, I'm making du'as for Lil Durk. I'm like, yo, make du'as for me, fam. You actually know me, fam. I need some prayers too,
bro. Like he's heavily influential on these guys. Now they're seeing, okay, this guy who's influenced us, he's taking a major L. Okay, let me try something else.
He's like, am I taking a major L?
No, but if I'm one of these guys who are like looking at all these examples of my favorite drill rappers, I'm like, am I next? Because I'm going hard. I'm going hard body at the ops right now. All my videos, I told the ops that they can suck their mom.
Yeah.
I mentioned them by names. People know who my ops are from my opposing my hood. Like they know everything about my shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I'm answering your question. Yeah.
Do I stop that now? Because like I'm like, yo, Durk just got it.
Yeah. They're gonna yeah.
Really?
So, like if you're a smart man and you want to continue making music in this industry, you might have to switch it up just a little bit.
How?
What if you built your fan base off drill music?
That's what I'm thinking.
Then take your money and run, bro.
Yeah, you gotta
cash
quit.
out, eh?
Take your money and
sell
just
your page.
Run, bro.
Because you're gonna look crazy if like all of a sudden now you're like, oh my God.
Yes, Jesus loves me.
You start turning into Lecrae and shit. Like, no, bro. Your fans are gonna be like,
the Bible tells me so.
Grifter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. You're stuck. Like, you're gonna take off the ski mask now all of a sudden? No, I'm a good guy now. Like, nah, bro. You have the whole catalog of this shit, bro. It's hard to just switch. And you're like that. You're really like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but there's gonna be a time you have to grow up. There's gonna be a time you're gonna have a family. Like Durk has 10 kids to what are you gonna teach them?
No, I don't think drill will die. I think it'll become a niche. It'll be like how the conscious community is now. Like only certain people listen to conscious music. Only certain people will listen to drill. Most likely people who are doing the drilling.
It won't be as mainstream.
It'll be its own self-sustaining community in the same way that people listen to conscious rap and they also are conscious rappers.
Yeah.
And they'll listen to other conscious rap.
Yeah, I don't even think the labels are gonna want to push it as much because the drill, because bro, they're losing their biggest artist, bro. If I'm freaking,
but they have contracts on them.
I think they're making money.
Making more money.
They're making more money, and they're accomplishing like a larger goal.
Bro, I have an insurance policy on your life.
You're better to us dead.
You're better to me
real
dead.
Real talk.
Yeah.
I want him to go crash out and a man lick his head off. You know how much paper we're about to read? When they hear that, they're probably like, whoa.
Yeah.
Jumping for joy in their mansion.
No, there's a lot of these guys that make more money off of rappers when they've deceased.
They're gone.
You know what I'm saying? A la Pop Smoke and a few different guys.
So that now you see where I come back to the organ thing and stuff like that. Black men, we have strong organs. They kill us. Boom, boom, boom. Take that. Give it to someone else who really needs it. It's a business. I know it sounds crazy.
Get out.
Get
out. Talked about it and Get Out. And the Jordan Peele.
I just know what I'm talking about, bro. I just know that's what's happening. It's like,
it's
yo,
deep.
Lick down Pop Smoke. Let's take his organs.
Yo, you know what's so crazy? When I was younger, my mom would be like, don't talk to strangers because they could kidnap you and sell your organs
and
on the dark market.
And
I was always like, yo, I'm 7. Like, I never understood that. But like, I guess people, like, bro, I'm 7. Like, what do you know? What does anyone want my organs for? I didn't understand the value.
Oh, no.
When you're younger, oh man, it's like almost like,
Can we go to McDonald's?
That's a goal.
I'm like, yo, I just want to go outside and play. Like,
No,
what do you
you
mean?
don't.
Watch out in case someone sells my organs.
Yo, some young Turkish
I'm 7
organs
years old.
right now.
Can I use the swings, man?
No.
I just asked if I can go outside.
That's traumatizing information.
Traumatizing.
And I have to be aware of this like threat that could exist anywhere technically.
No, but you ain't wrong though. Like, and I don't want to sidetrack too much, but we used to get told, and I know you could agree with this, about the vans. Don't go into vans.
When you see a white van, blue van come around.
Right? I'm 5. Like, okay, yes, mom. But like,
Can I go play now?
No.
in hindsight, I'm like, I'm 5.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't know if I can
go
comprehend.
outside. I want to go outside.
You don't
right?
understand the gravity of what they're saying. You're like, okay, don't talk to anyone who's selling my organs. Fine. Like,
But it's not now. They turned it into, like, before we had to physically watch out. Now you're on your computer watching out for a little
fake accounts. Oh man,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dude, there's a business in this, right? Like the more and more rappers that die, you don't know what they're really doing to these rappers. Like, what about King Von? Look at his autopsy. Did they take all his organs out? I know it sounds wild, but it's like, give me them organs. That's gold to some of these people, bro.
Big facts. Big facts.
It's gold. You know what I mean? As my brother Zar, like, I'm letting you know, like, we're gold. Black people are really gold to some of these higher ups. I get you get my
sell our
organ.
melanin for mad money.
They sell our melanin, so more death means more money. In Chicago, especially, you know how much it is to bury somebody? About $10,000, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They probably have funerals every day of the week.
And that's on the low end. You know what I'm saying?
And that's on the low end.
They sell the melanin.
They sell our melanin,
what?
bro.
Melanin is worth more than gold.
Gold, bro. Our skin.
Yeah, per pound or
When we
per
die,
whatever.
What do they put it in? Like in people like
They
stem
liquefy
cells?
it. They liquefy it.
And then like what? Like sunscreen? Or something?
Like rich white men drink it.
Look, melanin price per kilogram,
Check it out.
$445 a gram,
$445 a gram. So it's more than gold, bro.
and you can drink it.
Well, that's the whole point. In order for you to stay, like, I don't know the
Melanated?
real process of it, but like, I would imagine I would drink it. You know what I mean? Like, let's melt it down, render it down, and start drinking this, right? But anyways, I don't want to get too off topic. I'm just telling you, this is what's happening in their city.
Yeah. Let me ask you guys a question on this drill stuff, and let's bring it back to Toronto for a quick second. Big salute to the sponsors, Diamond Club, with delivery all over the GTA and now all across Canada. They got the best selection of flour, edibles, and pens, and all types of goodies that you need. You can find them on their Instagram page, DiamondClub_Canada, or you can find them on the 7 Days of Weed app, as well as the Leafy Things app. Let them know that you heard about them through the We Love Hip Hop Network, and they may give you a discount. Big salute to Diamond Club. Yeah. Because this Durk stuff, like I was saying with the drill rappers, Top 5 being one of them, it's kind of sending them into a tailspin, bro.
What do you mean?
Like,
I seen his story this morning. He's like, Allah, Allah, Allah.
I'm gonna show you.
That's all I know.
I don't know if those stories still exist because the 24-hour thing with the stories.
Oh, you seen what I seen?
I seen them. I've seen them last night, but I just. So here's one.
Yeah.
All right, he's posting the carpet. Right?
Yeah.
Or the rug. I mean,
prayer.
Prayer.
That has
prayer
nothing
rug.
to do with Durk.
Well, look at the hours.
Like this is from from We Love Hip Hop Instagram.
Yeah.
But it was from last night.
Yeah.
Like,
Right when it happened, type.
Like when the whole news started to unfold. Like, here's another one here.
Okay.
All right. Even when your plans fail and all doors seem shut, don't despair, cry out, and keep all knowing and seek refuge in him. He'll find a way out for you. Trust him. All right. And then he's writing here in
my last 40 days in jail broke down in every prayer. Allahu Akbar. They framed me and still trying to.
Oof. Hold on. That needs a little sound effect right there. My bad. A little late.
You think so? Yeah.
That one right there and still trying to? Boom. Put a chill up my spine right there.
Right? Man, when I see that too, I go, you know what? They probably are.
Right? I want to bring the city together. It's time we all put that shit in the past and come together. Let me know. I'm ready.
I love the kumbaya.
Pushing P.
I love the kumbaya. I love the kumbaya.
You know what we
effect.
should do? We should host like a panel Friday, Top 5, and like different artists from different parts of the city. Even if they might have like
you gonna get this guy in the middle of his hit. People hitting over.
Maybe I think some security.
No,
in the
but that
back.
would actually that is an actual step towards peace because it's like I do believe Top 5 has good intentions, but it's about executing your plans.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you want to bring peace. You're saying people are ready. Yo, let's do a panel. We love hip hop. You, a bunch of other rappers in the city from different ends, and have a sit down. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, eat some food. Even food gets people
ball
together.
up, drinks,
Some
whatever.
girls.
Like, you know?
No,
I know he doesn't drink and ball up.
I think it's a great idea, but in regards to this, I think the timing is because he came home.
Yep.
He was supposed to be pushing peace. And then he went ballistic.
It went left field.
Ski mask is on.
And
Aiden Ross, right? Everything went a whole different direction, right? And then they started with a little bit of peace, but then it still kind of kept on the folly, right?
Snoopy.
Right?
Yeah, shout out
They got the
Snoopy.
one Snoopy and then the one Snoopy look, and then after it kind of kept on the thing, right?
And a little TJ.
Little TJ, yes, there was a few. DJ Drama, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
But then the little Tyler kind of like
Tyler
it's like
kinda
you
just-
step forward, one step back.
You went this way.
100 steps back.
Back up. You went down. And as soon as the Tyler takes,
Turn it right back up. We're looking
Turn
for
it up.
Kodak Ray Tay Tay.
Where's he at?
Right? And then boom, the voice of the streets gets locked up.
His idol.
Right?
His idol.
You know what? Let me get back to pushing this piece. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe it was a
song-
wake
that-
up call.
Yes.
See, I bet you Pop was so close to getting that Durk-Yo. That Durk.
They've probably spoken in the past.
He probably has the verse right now, and he's like, "Damn, I can't get it cleared." Because you got the Herbo, I know that. There's no. If you got the Herbo, you got the Durk.
Another guy from over there. Right?
Yeah.
So it's-
Man, I don't know, because a part of me feels like when it goes generationally,
Yeah.
I feel like it's almost like impossible to have peace, especially if it's like, yo, your grandpa and my grandpa, you know, like beef, and then they kill my uncle and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But
Bro.
like there is a possibility where it's peace, but it's just like you have to step outside that like animalistic side of humans that we naturally would be like, yo, F this guy, you know, he's from this part of the city and like I'm beefing with this. But like if you can like go over that and just be like, you know what, actually at the end of the day, you're like a human, I'm a human, you know what I'm saying? Like
We're still speaking about Durk, right?
It's a mix of Durk and
overall,
Five.
just like any type of like
So imagine now your best,
peace.
your friend that you gave $50K a home to, did 12 years, but then he's wearing a wire telling you to speak louder. It was not even had to do with your grandfather killed my grandfather. Now it's
that's
bro,
internal. That's
This is internal, right?
no, that's messed up.
Right? Because most people don't snitch if it's someone against them. You kind of see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I want to get you back, so I'm not gonna tell the police it's you.
It's normally someone that you're like really nice to type?
It's
Somebody that you're down with.
You're down with, bro.
Yeah.
It normally snipes you off because think about it like this. Yeah, he may give me $50K. That ran out. Yeah, I have a house, but I still got to pay the bills for that.
Yeah.
This guy now bought a bigger home. He didn't take me on the last tour.
Yeah, they're still watching face.
You needed me to do this. Now he's not picking up my phone call.
Yeah.
What? Okay, yo. Speak a little louder. What did you say?
Or I feel like
we
maybe
killed the people. Yeah, we killed people. Speak louder. What? Speak a little louder. All right, cool. We got that. You got that, agent? Yeah. Because that's how it's moving after that.
Yeah.
I think the rat might have got caught up in something, and then it was like an exchange. Because obviously he was approached to do that. Like, you don't voluntarily be like, hey, FBI, can I be a rat for you?
Yeah.
Like, you know, they gotta like come up to you and like they know who you are and they have intel on you.
Yeah. But then it was because I've been hearing Brick Baby.
Yo.
I've been hearing Brick Baby, the one who gave up all the. Sorry, Brick Baby. I love you, my nigga, you my crib.
Your boy.
But
My boy.
but
I don't know how he became my boy, but sure.
How many times Quando Rondo mentioned his Brick Baby's name?
My bad.
Quando Rondo has mentioned Brick Baby's name in some records, and then Brick Baby saying, "Oh, them OTF guys got their get back right there." I don't know, you know what I mean? But there's a lot to do with a lot of shadiness going on in this situation. Where I feel like someone stole his credit card. If he was smart, I'd be like, someone stole it.
That's not that might have to be the defense. I'll play something from Brick Baby.
Yeah.
So why are people saying it's him?
Our neighborhood?
Well, they're saying that because
on the set.
And, you know, we're back into kind of a Durk segment. I told you guys, we're going to be on Durk's, the Durk stuff for a minute, right? He's in LA.
Yeah. They
hired some guys from Chicago to come to LA, link up with some LA guys, and then get the location on my youth there, Rondo and them, right? Rondo 6-0. Everybody, what do you always hear Brick Baby saying all the time? On 6-0. On 6-0. So he might have gave him the drop.
That's why he dropped the flag, because he figured out those 6-0s were giving up the drop.
Thank you.
He got $100,000 on the dead homies.
They gave him 100 bands?
That interview, when I said they don't say that no more, that's because the fans used to DM me like, aha, you did that. Nigga, they ain't talking about slide for fine no more. Whoop, whoop. I was trolling. Playing like I had something to do with it.
You're stupid.
So, yeah, that's dumb.
That's crazy.
Terrible joke.
Because in an interview, or not in an interview, on a No Jumper episode, they're like, yo, they're talking about the Vaughn stuff, and they're like, yo, slide for Vaughn, whatever. And he was like, we don't say that no more. All right?
Yeah.
We don't say that no more. And Flacco was like,
yeah.
What you mean? What do you mean they don't say that no more? And it was like, they don't say that no more. They just don't have to say that no more. And he was like, we'll just leave it at that.
But you see, technically, no. You guys on some accident murder shit because you killed the wrong man.
Yes, but still they killed a guy.
Somebody from...
They got their get back.
I still wouldn't feel good.
Slid.
I still wouldn't feel good.
Yeah, but even talking about it on a podcast with 5 million subscribers on the channel
is
like,
crazy.
Yo, no, we didn't slip. Just don't even say anything at all.
Yeah.
Because people are actually dying. You guys are not talking about imaginary rap beef.
No.
People are actually dying.
Yeah.
So like you shouldn't even bring it up on platforms, period. Maybe that's part of the freaking problem. Like too much platform talking. You know what I'm saying?
So are we to blame? We're to blame too then?
No, because we're not talking about
an open case.
We're not involved in the cases
and like ongoing
of the things that these people are dealing with.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear what
like
you're saying.
even the Toronto guys, like we're not one of the man them in their crew, and then we come, and we're a known member of these guys, gang or whatever, but we actually do a podcast too, and then we just keep on slipping up talking about some of the gang shit. Then people will be looking at us kind of like Brick Baby, like, bro, you're talking a little too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you're too closely involved. He keeps on saying it over and over again on platforms. I used to be around these guys. I'm around these guys. I'm around these guys. Mm-hmm. So when you say that, and then you say things about things that are actually happening in the streets, you're making it hot, bro.
Hot toss. Man.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
You know
And
what I'm saying?
and now he has people thinking he's one of the fourth people in the case.
One of the co-conspirators that they're saying that they're not giving the names of.
Yeah, because he did get caught he does have an arms charge that he just got caught for.
He's got a few charges, bro.
Right? No, but he has one that's like
right now.
That Adam 22 had to bail him out on. So like, you know what I said? Like, when you asked me earlier if what's gonna happen with Durk, if he gives up 5 bodies, hey, he could get 10 years.
Well, you know, and we'll end the Durk topic in a minute. If a RICO happens, they're gonna start picking up way more people, and Brick Baby might be one of them people. Straight up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think this is a RICO. This is just a straight murder for hire.
Yeah, we'll keep people posted on what's going on with all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And also salute to Top 5. Like, I can understand, like, he's probably like reassessing his whole thing with, you know, this peace thing. Like, maybe I need to get on it because look at Durk right now. You know what I'm saying? That man was trying to get on his peace shit right before this happened.
That's how it always happens, though.
He was posting pictures. The last thing I seen him post, he was doing prayer with one of his homies and stuff like that. He posted that on his Instagram. Like, he was like, hey, I'm trying to.
But that's when you know it's coming down the pipeline. Like,
he probably knew. He probably got a few calls like, yo,
so you already
they're looking at this. We're being trailed.
Image. Yeah, so you want what happens in court, regular court, right? You get a charge, they'll be like, you know, and they prolong it. Now they ask you when it gets to trial time a year or two later, they're like, what have you been doing in these 2 years that you've been out? Yeah. Right? Well, I got a job here, I work here now, and I go to church, I do this, I do that, I'm taking care of this and that. Then they look at you and you proving it, you know, then they be like, hey, okay, you know what? Give him some probation. Yeah. Don't let me see you back here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, that's basically what he's doing. He was making his image look good enough. So if he does end up in that position, even if a year or two goes by, they go back to his Instagram and they see that he has changed his life and converted to you know what I mean?
To Islam.
And then when he gets into the jail right now, he's like, can I get my rug, please? Like, what are you guys doing? Yeah. I need that. And my diet's different. So already, you know what I mean? He's already in the formation.
Yeah.
Seems crazy.
Listen, man. Salute to Durk. Salute to all the drill rappers out there.
Yeah.
We're praying for all of you guys, man. On some good news on a legal front, Tory Lanez's petition for appeal has been approved. Okay.
Yep. Is he gonna be out?
Let me give an air horn right there for the boy Tory Lanez. Yeah. Okay, so here's the petition right here. We have read and considered the petition with right and habeas corpus filed on October 23rd, 2024. Good reason appearing. The petition will consider together with petitioners pending appeal in case of number blah blah in the prior petition for writ habeas corpus. It's a lot of freaking legal jargon here. Either way, basically he's going to be getting his appeal.
But that was his third time trying, right?
Yeah. So I guess they had to go put together a petition to see if they can get an appeal. The court said sure. What does it say here? After 15 days of filing. So I'm trying to see when his appellate or the appeal court will happen. I don't see anything here.
Within 15 days after the filing of preliminary response.
They have to reply within 15 days, they're saying here, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm sure he's replied already, like, yes, okay, let's set a court date, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But at this point, man, we're going to, I guess, be seeing in the appeal if they retry the case and if Tory Lanez can be found innocent in any kind of way, man.
Yeah.
Do y'all think if he gets an appeal that he can get out?
Yep.
Yeah, I think justice will be served.
Do I know why?
Talk to me.
They got Diddy already. They just got homeboy Durk already. Yeah. You know what I mean? They got Abercrombie and Fitch the other day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, yo, let this Canadian go. Like, get him out of here. We don't need him.
There's got to be one W in 2024.
Yeah, man. Like they're probably like, don't worry, he just shot a black woman. Not to say it like that, but you know what I mean? Like, yikes, right? Like, that's how cold they're probably thinking. They're like, we got the real guys right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get this Canadian bacon out of here. Which I hope.
We'll see. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a it's been a wild year.
Yeah.
I have that as a segment in the end, like our year in total, like how crazy it's been. But like,
save that.
if the people are saying that he's going to be home by Christmas, I don't know about that because the courts are a little bit slow. I think people need to calm down with he'll be out by Christmas. Listen, if I'm wrong, I'm glad being corrected on something like this, but I don't think he'll be like, it's December 15th, Tory Lanez walks out the courtroom.
Ooh.
Like, that would be amazing, but we might need to like take it easy. This is step one. Let's see what happened next.
Yeah. The feds got bigger fish to fry now.
Yeah, bro.
All right, yo, let go of this. This guy's taking up space.
He's in California. I'm sure the courts are clogged up over there, bro. They got a lot of dirt bags to get to.
Isn't that where they're taking back Dirk too?
Yes.
Oh, so he gonna be here seeing him in passing.
Maybe.
That's Dirk.
He'd be like, yo, what up?
Yo, if Dirk gets any type of time where he has to start doing some federal time, he's gonna bump into my youth. He's gonna bump into Tory.
Tory for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So salute to Tory Lanez, man. Good look on your front right there, man. I want to take a quick second right here just to give a quick couple of shout outs right here. What's your time looking like, sir?
I'm leaving in like half an hour.
You got half an hour? Okay, good. Okay, I want to give a quick salute over here to Buzzed. All right, this is from 6Buzz. 6Buzz got their own brand, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Buzzed, I think they're over in dispensaries as well, but if you want to hit them up on We're Buzzed. That's WEARE Buzzed, BUZZD. All right.
They got 5 items in here: stingers, buzzed OG, honey OG, infused stingers, honey blitzers, and it says Canadian made.
Let me see.
So we're rocking with
Let me
that.
see this. Open that.
No.
This is empty.
This is
No?
okay.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, salute to Buzzed. Yeah, man, hit them up on their Instagram page. We're Buzzed, or check out 6Buzz. You know what I'm saying? Also, I want to give a big salute to Ivy Roots, man. We got some Roots drinks
Yo,
over
I'm
here.
about to crack one open.
Right, I got an apple kale start right here.
I had that one already.
Yeah,
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Watermelon and beet.
Yeah. This is some good roots juice. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Give you a strong back.
Yeah.
And there's like stuff for like different purposes and stuff. You know what I'm saying? All these different, ailments and stuff like that. So good shit. You know what I'm saying? And all made with natural products. Hit them up. Let me see what their Instagram page is right here. Just quick, fast.
This was a live taste test. It tasted pretty good.
You like it?
Yeah.
Ivy Roots Juice is on there. Is their Instagram page? Okay, all spelled correctly. Roots with a Z. All right, and they got a pretty dope Instagram page here with all the different things. You can get bottles of it and stuff like that too, man. Salute to the homie TJ Roots. You know what I'm saying? TJ Roots. What else do we got over here? We got a lot of topics. Oh, Canadian politics, or not Canadian politics, American politics.
Wow.
So if you guys were like right at the tip of where the election is about to be, we're November 3rd or 2nd.
Yep.
Is when their election is.
November 8th.
November 8th. Listen, fam, we're in Canada, right? So even though it affects us on some kind of level, it's to me so entertaining to watch just from the outside.
As an event, as a media event. It's like the Super Bowl.
Bro, everything that these guys are doing, look at this.
I know. That's crazy.
Rogan.
Hello, world. We just wrapped up a great podcast.
Hello, world.
We had a good time. I think you'll find it very interesting and enjoy it.
I would say AI.
Hello, world. Hello,
No,
world.
this is last night, right? Right before
Beyonce?
Rogan dropped the episode. He dropped the episode last night with Trump.
With Trump. Yes.
Right? And then there's this clip over here that I'm gonna let y'all see here.
Oh no.
They got your guy, brother.
They got
Your boy.
They got one of our best
boy.
guys.
Finally, I get to say that.
So look,
Your boy.
things I wanted to say. I love you too. Thank you.
Jeez.
I'm here tonight for a couple of important reasons. As most of you know, the city of Detroit and the whole state of Michigan mean a lot to me.
With the real Slim Shadys, please stand up.
The spotlight is on us more than ever, and I think it's important to use your voice.
Talk to
I'm
them,
encouraging
man.
everybody to get out and vote, please.
For Kamala.
Kamala.
Bag must have been crazy.
And there's more.
There's more, bro.
There's more.
She's like, they think they could just use us. We're the stupidest.
Standing here on this stage as
Dun, 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 Jeez.
A woman who's been pushing for what this country really needs right now. Unity. It's impossible not to.
Are you all entertained?
Yo, am I the only one that does not see Beyonce the same way ever since like the Diddy affiliation and stuff started like leaking and Jaguar, right?
I want to see her in some different ways now that she's in those things. I want to know how freaky she really is.
Nah, I know she's super freak.
She thinks she's a super freak. She holds it down pretty like as that
classy.
girl. Yeah, like you wouldn't think like, you know what I mean?
So from the outside, are you guys as entertained by this show, this shit show that we're watching as far as politics over there? One quick, and let me add another question. What if we were doing this over here in Canada to get people engaged, get people excited?
I'd rate it.
But who are we going to choose?
Oh, they're calling
classified.
Yeah, classified.
Vote Pierre Poilievre.
Might catch a Drake. Might catch a Drake.
Oh, if you get Drake, it's over. Whatever politician gets a Drake cosign is winning.
Yeah, for sure.
Drake,
for sure.
you probably get Drake quicker on one of those American platforms.
Drake could probably be prime minister.
Yeah. Oh,
In the
we
future.
get bare naked ladies to come and do a performance at the Trudeau show, or who, I don't know.
No. How we would really the lead singer from Headley, like get him out of jail and make him come up.
Yeah.
now you got the people who are like in that world being like, okay, I'm gonna vote now for. You know what I mean? A lot of things they can do it.
Okay,
we got some criminals,
right? Like okay, right? And you mentioned we have some criminals, right?
Yeah, you got to get the criminals. Trump gets the criminals.
You see how how Trump got a few guys out, who's Pierre Poilievre or Trudeau? He's gonna have to like blend with some of the drill rappers, maybe do some shit with Top 5.
No.
Start doing some lives with Pressa,
right?
Or Jack Meat start doing some lives with Pressa.
Yeah.
Somebody, you gotta connect with the youth, bro.
Yo, how cool would it be if like the coolest thing would be if there was a politician like Pierre Poilievre and he went on live with Top 5, but it was like a side camera, like he was just like really just on his ones in his room walking around. Like usually they're set up, they have their suits on, the lights, they're mic'd up. But imagine he's like, yo, 5, what's good? Even if he just did that, even if he just did that, bro,
he might get bare votes, bro.
Yeah. Black people be like, okay,
you know what I'm saying?
But then you have the political arena who's gonna say, yo, you're going on live with someone who does XYZ, who's known to say this in his lyrics, who's accused of this.
Well, look, and before you say that, right? Trump didn't care. He went and got Chef G and all these drill rappers. He's like, Chef G, real great guy.
Right.
Yo, what is the
now that 21-year-old is gonna vote for Trump for sure.
Mm-hmm.
True, but like in terms of demographics, like how much votes would a top 5 affiliation get him versus how many votes would like Kodak Black or whatever would get Donald Trump? You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna get the hoods, the hood mans. Even the ops are gonna be like, yo,
they're actually gonna go to the polls and vote.
Yo, man, reached out to the streets still.
You know how they shift it?
Literally,
I don't know, man. We're not doing that over here. I'm seeing it there. Right, they're getting every rapper, every celebrity that they can. They're going on live streams. He was on Aiden Ross's stream, bro.
One politician attempted to do this, and his name was Chris Sky. Your boy.
We got on stream together.
Yeah. Or what about Rob Ford?
Rob Ford, he's in the crack house with the man.
No, he was too in the trenches.
Yeah, he's at the
he was too
clean.
affiliated.
He's the first IRL streamer.
Bro was actually doing crack with the man name.
Yeah.
This guy's in the trap with the camera. The only thing he was missing was a little puffy microphone. Like, yo,
talking patois.
Right? You can catch me in real life on a stream. You know what I'm saying?
Think about the impact of that. Like, he probably still has political loyalty from those individuals or people around them till this day, and maybe even it bled over to Doug Ford.
No, fam. In the comments, anytime we do talk about Rob Ford, and it's gonna happen right now, people are like, yo, R.I.P. Ford, yo, real one still.
Super real.
Right? Like, so even if it was some, I'm gonna have to blank myself, some shit, right? That he was in the trap house, that's still connected to a lot of people.
You make me want to vote for you. You're allowing this?
He's still infamous because of that, man.
Those were the times when Toronto got money.
Yeah, but
we were up.
We were up still.
There was a up place, bro.
But like
24 hours.
Everyone was having a good time. Rob Ford was doing his crack, enjoying the city.
The city wasn't, well, it was crazy, but like, you know, just had a better feel to it.
It wasn't as crazy, I feel.
Right now I'm pulling up a poll here. I'm trying to look for it here. Let me see if I can do a Control F. Because they're saying...
Man, I've seen this. Oh my God. And by the way, yo, I just want to say, Eminem, this hurt me still. I've supported your music.
I knew that one was
your whole life.
I knew that one was
my whole life.
Strike you in your heart. When I see it, I was like, "Oh, Czar's gonna be upset."
The thing is, this is what I think. Eminem has always made it a point to separate himself from these like Republican white hip hop acts, like a Kid Rock, or like the ones that Vanilla Ice, the ones that end up kind of like almost being racist by the end of their life,
the problematic ones.
Yeah. So I feel like he's trying to do it to kind of appease that, to make sure he doesn't become that. Also, he didn't like George Bush back in the day, and George Bush was a Democrat?
No, he was a Republican,
right? Okay,
big Republican.
So I think he's always kind of aligned himself with the Democrats for like image reasons.
That's where most of the black people are in America.
That's what they say.
That's what that is the expectation.
They're about to go Republican.
There's a lot of black Republicans. There's a lot of black Trumpers. It's changed over the last, let's say, 4 years than it was before, right? Right now, there's polls that they're doing on Canadians. Asking them, based on what we've been seeing from the outside, because like literally, I will say again, we're outsiders. We're just watching the show.
We're just watching this circus.
But if Canadians could choose or vote in the election, 45% would back Trump and 42% would vote for say they'd vote for Harris.
Wow.
So Trump would win.
Yeah, for us over here.
Yeah.
Like, if we were voting. Right.
Well, I don't know, man. I
Don't
can't
say that too loud.
Kamala Harris, man, like. Kamala, pardon me. She is pretty, like on the eyes. So I feel like 80% of her appeal is her appearance.
Yeah.
And then she's also just like the opposite of Trump, like just an opposing force. So a lot of her appeal comes from that.
Yeah.
But like I haven't heard her say anything like that substantiates policy. Obviously, like her views on are gonna like appeal to a lot of people.
Reverse the Roe v. Wade.
I don't know, man. It's just a messy time. But Trump made a good point. Like, if Kamala gets on that world stage and represents America, all these other countries who are like almost like praying dogs are going to see an opportunity to take down America.
You believe that, eh?
100%. Like, and I don't know how good of a leader Kamala would be, like, but
right now, like, it's only because they made it a race thing, right? Like, speaking to another black woman the other day, she's like, "You got a bunch of little Kamalas running around your house." I'm like, "No, I don't." You know what I'm saying? I go, they're gonna be who they want to be, but I'm just like, don't just because she's being black at this
and for the listening audience, he did the quotation fingers.
Yeah, like don't fall for the okie doke, my dude. Like she might get into power and all of us gotta go to jail the next day. You know what I mean? You get caught walking with a spliff, you're done. You know what I mean? Like she locked up a lot of people for just marijuana.
And I'm gonna be real
alone.
Yeah, she was super racist. A lot of her policies were like racist policies.
Yo, if she gets in, I'm gonna say this real. You're gonna have baby farms.
Hold on, I need to.
Baby farms is crazy.
Baby farms are crazy. You ever seen a baby farm before?
No, I've never even heard of one.
I heard about them the other day, but break it down.
Baby farms. Baby farms are like where it's just a baby in a farm. You know what I mean? In water and you don't need a womb to carry.
So they're just like manufacturing babies, real babies, humans.
You could think about it like this: it's a baby farm, right? So you can make this baby have blue eyes, whatever kind of genetics you want it to have.
Holy there's some superhumans being bred right now, just floating in water like this.
Exactly. She gets in. If she gets in, be prepared for the most crazy.
And then randomly,
right. Imagine. You think you could beat a baby, a kid from a baby farm?
100%.
No way. That kid gonna be
10 times out of 10. If I'm getting to a real scrap with a baby, I'm putting money on myself.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you this.
And if everyone's trying and it's for money,
You go get your ass whooped by the baby farm.
Look at the picture I have up here. This is one of the Cabbage Patch Kids.
Like a Cabbage Patch Kid. That kid gonna grow up to beat your ass.
Maybe that's why they're called Cabbage Patch Kids.
But really, it's a baby farm. They seen this far. But it's Kamala, bro. If you get her in, it's gonna be a little bit of some weird stuff going on.
Kamala Farms.
Right? Then per se Trump's like gonna be like, yo, let's, you know what I mean? Let's get the bad people off the street.
She got Google in her pocket, bro, because he searched this and all you see is Kamala Harris website, Time Magazine.
Yeah,
you gotta search Reddit after that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question, and you guys don't have to answer this because, you know, your political views are your own private business. If you guys had a choice between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, who are you voting for? If you
Trump.
I guess your political views are not private.
I'll die on that, bro. But like, I don't have that choice, and I'm not condoning every single thing Donald Trump does.
Yeah.
Because that guy's a shark at the end of the day, and he,
Yeah.
you know, I don't necessarily fully trust him either, because I know he's like a business tycoon.
Yeah.
But I believe in his ability to lead more than Kamala. I do think Kamala is younger, so she's a little more like maybe witty or sharp, or even just in, you know, like stylistically, like she's just closer to like the average age. But Trump 100%.
What about you, Dusty?
You know
Trump
what?
or Trump or Harris?
Why is wearing red?
I would go for Trump.
Okay.
Right? But like I said before with Kamala, I just think they're gonna just walk all over her. I don't even think, you remember when Pac said they ain't ready to see a black president? They're not ready to see a black female president yet. That's what I honestly think. Right? Right? Just a little bit. Right now, America needs to be built back up. Right? Because they have so much people infiltrating, and within the borders are open. People are eating people's pets and all types of weird stuff going on, right? The comical side of it. Right? Allegedly, right? The comical side to it. I feel like that wouldn't be the best person in charge at that moment.
Trump, you're talking about?
No, Trump is the best person to be in charge. Kamala wouldn't be at this moment. Let Trump build back up the country again, then Kamala come back and run the shit.
Yo, it's interesting you say like the black female president thing, because I'm thinking like, is it a woman thing? Because I'm trying to think of a woman I would want as president. And like, even like Candace Owens, who's like a black woman who I think is intelligent, like I don't even think I'd want her as president.
She's an Oreo cookie. You gotta watch out for her.
I also feel like politically, like I don't know if she'd be as competent or like able to do the job. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though she's like, I like her more than Kamala, I would say Kamala might be more fit to be president than Candace Owens.
Kamala's actual politician.
Yeah,
it's a job.
She's the vice president of America.
If she got that job, then you can, I think you can aim.
You're supposed to be next in line.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah.
Right? But it's the fact that the Biden administration messed up so much that she is part of that. So when we look at her, we're not looking at just a black woman. We're looking surpast that. We're looking at like, yo, you're rolling with Biden.
You're part of Biden's mistakes.
Yeah, but think about Biden. Biden's a part of Obama's mistakes. This guy was VP for 8 years, and it didn't translate to being a good president.
Yeah.
Not at all. And also, right now, who's in control is Obama.
That's an X-Files.
Yeah,
no, he's in control. He is right now your president. When last have you seen Biden?
I don't know.
When last have you seen Biden?
I've been seeing Obama like crazy.
I see Obama right now saying black people need to vote.
Not only that,
he's actually saying it. He's being racist more than anybody else. Then Trump, he's like, black people need to vote for Kamala.
Obama's outside like that right now?
He's outside.
Obama is outside.
I'm going to play you something.
He is the acting president right now.
Obama introduces Eminem, or Eminem introduces Obama.
I want to play how he introduced Eminem.
Oh, God. Would lose yourself?
Look at this. Hey.
I'm outside.
I have done a lot of rallies, so I don't usually get nervous.
We love
don't usually get nervous.
I'm feeling some kind of way following.
Listen.
Some kind of way.
We love hip hop.
Ready?
Now notice my palms are sweaty. Knees weak.
Mom spaghetti.
We love hip hop.
Vomit on my sweater already.
We love hip hop.
Talk to them.
I'm nervous, but on the surface I look calm and ready. But I keep on forgetting.
How could you not vote for them now? He got you. He got you.
Palms are heavy.
Ready?
Mom spaghetti.
The whole time he's saying that, the white man in me, my goosebumps start. I'm like, yo, I'm about to vote for Democrat. He got me. Still, I had to snap out of it.
Like if Eminem's there, I
Bro.
know he murked that. But that is your acting president right now.
Wow.
Yo,
Where's-
Joe Biden could never
Do that. Joe Biden would have messed up his name and called him. He'd have been like, "Is that Pop Smoke?"
Like palms, sweaty palms, Palm Islands.
Real.
Yo, he killed that.
He killed that. He
No,
made
but
me-
he is acting president right now.
Yes,
You're
he
not
is.
wrong.
Yes, he is.
I've been seeing him more than anybody. It's just
Yes, he
like, hey, vote for Kamala.
Yeah.
Remember me?
Yeah. Oh, we remember
the guy you like.
Yeah, the guy you like. You're gonna like her too. But I think, that's the thing. That's what has me a little bit scared for Trump. I'm like, last time they just walked in and took that shit from him.
No, they got in the reinforcements, bro. We had to get Obama out the crib, bro. Like Kamala.
No, Biden out the crib.
No, they got Biden out the way. But with Kamala Harris, we're getting right near. She's about to do another pod just now, and it's gonna be out by the time. Shannon Sharp.
She's going on Shannon
Club
Sharp.
Station.
It's over.
Yeah.
And see, this is where the black votes might because they're stupid, right? The black votes in America. Yo,
the pandering is crazy.
Yo, I swear we're gonna wake up November 8th and Trump is just gonna be like, well, they stole it from me again.
No, but it's
Went on
like,
Shannon Sharp. I wanted to go on Shannon Sharp. They didn't let me go on Shannon Sharp.
no, but it's like the race to whoever has the most celebrities on their side, it seems like is gonna be the winner. You know what I'm saying? And the best celebrities.
And dog, right now it looks like they're gonna pull the rug from underneath Trump's.
Right? And remember also with Trump on his side, give him another point. Big Ack.
Yeah.
He got Big Ack on his side. Big Ack always says, yo, Trump. He sent his son in to do an interview with Ack.
But Big Ack still didn't go on that big stage.
No, he hasn't took in the bag from these guys.
Yeah.
Right? These other guys, Chef G, all these guys, give me the bag.
Yeah.
Lil Pump, give me the bag.
And
I
he
need
did
a
that
bag.
too early. Trump did that too early. Trump should have did that like this week. Pulled out Chef G.
You gotta say
Pulled out
final
the real-
stretch. Final
yeah,
stretch.
he should have. You know what I mean? Like, can I get Jay-Z over here?
No. We don't know what he got next, bro. We do not know, fam. This is Monday for the people who are watching this, obviously, like people who are always tapped in. Monday is now.
Wow.
We don't know what has happened over the Saturday. We don't know what's gonna happen on Monday morning. Who he pulled out the big cannon and
I let somebody out.
Yo,
let's one of the biggest
50 cents on stage with him or something.
Yeah,
Yo,
50.
To my American audience, think about this, okay? Because I'm thinking about the celebrities who have endorsed both sides, okay?
Yeah.
Trump, he has the Nelk boys.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know
But
what
that's
I'm saying?
Canadian.
That's
Another point.
Canadian.
But still.
What other celebrities does he really have?
Bro, like he just did Rogan, but Rogan is not he's bipartisan.
Yeah.
Right? But he did Rogan, which is the biggest look out of all the looks for podcast.
Kid Rock.
But not for
Okay, now let's look at Kamala Harris celebrity endorsements. Taylor Swift.
I know.
Swift.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
Eminem.
Megan the Stallion.
Meg Thee Stallion's kind of
Yeah, whatever.
Still, she was up there shaking her ass. She was up there shaking her tail.
Fam,
She got-
Beyonce.
That did go viral.
Yes, she got young boys like,
Bro, Beyonce, Eminem, and Taylor
No,
Swift.
that's the
Holy
the
Trinity.
Holy Trinity for real.
White
Beyonce, Eminem, Taylor Swift. If you can't win with that, you're a
trash.
loser.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So Jay-Z can't go over by Trump? Because
I don't think Jay-Z wants to go by Trump. I think Jay-Z's a Democrat.
Yeah, Harris.
Jay-Z has 99 problems, and voting is not one right now.
Mess around, you see Jay-Z next.
One of these.
Kamala, she's always been my chick.
Freak-offs.
Can't stop the hustle.
Never had to.
You know what I'm saying? You just never know. You know what I'm
Never
saying?
been to a Diddy party.
Trust me. So I don't know, man. Salute to all our American viewers out there. I feel for y'all because like we're looking at it literally like a circus. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I've heard other podcasters say like, bro, I don't know what's going on over here. It's kind of crazy.
It's crazy.
I think they feel the same way. Like, bro, this is a circus for real.
Like, and what it's like the ways they're using the entertainers
Yeah.
is like you got America, Black America. I'm sorry, but you guys are looking crazy.
They think niggas are
stupid, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, the Shannon Sharp thing, that got me worried because I'm going to be real. Black people love the Shannon Sharp show.
Yeah.
And even just her being on it, they might even have a drink together. Bro, Trump, you have to go on Shannon Sharp or any black podcast. No, Trump has to go on a black podcast.
What are some
worth
of game?
$1 million worth of game?
It's over.
Gilly and Wallow and Gilly doing this and doing a dance
and
catching the ball
and teaching Trump how to do it.
Dancing to Mac Miller's Donald Trump.
I might even take all the smoke with Matt Barnes and the other guy.
Oh no. Harris already did that.
Yeah. And they're voting over there. See one thing about America, Black America.
Shoot.
When they're black and proud, they're being black and proud. They, like you can't even tell them Kamala had she got Indian, but she got one drop in her. She black.
Yeah, one drop.
And she's going on these black podcasts, which is a great look for her.
She's covered all. She even tried to get up on Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat had the whole viral rant where he was like, nah, I don't want to be down nothing, right?
Yeah.
But they tried.
Yeah.
Like, yo.
They were willing to do that.
No, because they seen Trump with Aiden. You're with the one of the biggest streamers in the game.
So
okay,
Kai.
we got to go get somebody.
Let's get the black version. Literally, he's on Joe Rogan. She's on Shannon Sharp, like the black version. Yo,
yes, bro. This is celebrity wars right now.
This is political theater at its finest.
Wow,
it's fun to watch, bro.
It is.
But yeah, man. Salute to all our American brothers and sisters. I got another thing here, but you gotta make a cut.
I'm about to jet.
Okay.
So, are you guys going to switch seats?
Yeah, we're going to switch seats. We're going to take a quick little break, and we'll be right back.
Yeah.
I want to take a quick break from this episode to give a big shout out to Only Loud, Canada's one-stop shop for your favorite legacy brands and all things loud. Only Loud provides mail order delivery nationwide and same-day delivery to those in the Ottawa area. Check them out at onlyloud.ca or follow them on their socials, Instagram at onlyloudcanada or on Snapchat onlyloud.ca for more exclusive content. Only Loud is not just a product, it's a lifestyle. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer.
Okay.
Yeah.
We back. Okay, I got something to bring up to y'all here.
What's up?
Low key, I think the Toronto women have taken over the game, talent-wise.
Okay.
Like, they're not as obviously as in the polys and the mix-up and stuff like that. But anytime I go on like Toronto rappers or any of these pages and I'm looking for talent in Toronto, the ones that stand out to me the most are like a Taylor G, Double M, all these different artists that are out there like spitting. Obviously, Havaya Mighty, who's still doing her thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I see her at live shows and stuff like that. But like, production is really happening from like a music standpoint, like real like growth.
Yeah.
From the ladies out here more than the men.
Yeah, and that's just how it is. I enjoy listening to the women.
Yeah. Low key with me, I'm not as much of a consumer of women's raps. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not like just driving around listening to the gal them, but I can appreciate how much harder they are than the guys in their raps. Like, look at this right here.
I know.
She's killing this shit.
You look lost like you're looking for a recon. Have a seat, let me show you what we on. Have a seat, let me show you what's up. Them gal that have no luck. If it's up, then it's stuck. And I shine through the dark. I'm big double M. I get wide when I talk. No makeup, but you'll get beat to the gods. They study my moves. They watch like a hawk. And I'm glad that I have your attention. And my ass too fat not to mention. And I'll still run it up on your brethrens. He cannot come through this intersection. Bitch, I am the name brand your selections. I still keep a big smile through the tension. And I'm reckless, no censor.
Like, she's going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nikki needs to come pick this girl up.
Somebody, like,
please.
The girls are rapping over here. Like, watch Taylor G.
You pretty bitch, but you ain't fucking with me. See you summer like a snack, I'm Jamaican cuisine. Got an ass like a blimp and it caused me to limp. She said doctor my pic so she could see what I mean. Yeah, that bitch nothing close to you hoes. I like to play with my clit, you hoes play with your nose. Them niggas ain't shit, I might marry the bros. Wrote this in a Bentley while she sinking the bows. And I eat them girls up, no crumbs.
Look at DJ Wicked.
Did him how he did me, now he don't trust me. I never sold work, swear I got custies. I let him hide his wiener, now he love me.
Jesus Christ. Bro. In the pocket. Bars. Like, no offense to the men. The men, there's a lot of talented men out here, but like, I guess for lack of a better terms, you know how there's the two hip hop scenes, the ones that we talk about, with the Tobys and guys like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Chitlin circuit.
Yeah.
And then you have the Chitlin circuit.
Or like the guys who are not in the polys, and we look to them for the more lyricism stuff.
Yes.
Right. They're hood, but they're not hood guys like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These girls that I'm, Double M and Taylor G, they're still associated with like the hood mans.
Yeah.
They're still in the blog sphere of like the Keep Six and Toronto rappers, and you might see them on a Canadian Underground or something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
However, their talent level is like
above.
Like lyrically, they're better than a lot of the guys who get posted in these shits.
Because they got something to prove,
And they like a different type of hip hop. Like a lot of the guys who get posted on like a lot of the blog pages are more into the drill shit. These girls are like hip hop heads.
Yes, they are. And they rap.
Yes, like Paris Richards raps, bro.
Yeah. I enjoy it, to tell you the truth. And what I also feel is a lot of them can compete with the American ladies that are doing their thing.
Hell yeah.
I want to see them. Don't be stupid like the guys out here and don't get features. Go grab some features from some of those girls that are buzzing in the States and watch your buzz go up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, they're way better than like, to me, like a Sexy Red or somebody like that. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
Bro, a gal like Taylor G's raps circles around these girls, but they're not focusing on the raps. But like, Glorilla, compete with Glorilla any day to me.
Yeah, for sure. But I want to hear records with them.
Yeah. Like
I want to hear records with them now.
And you would hear like they're holding weight with these girls, maybe even dummying them on some of their bars.
No, they
you know
will.
what I'm saying?
They will.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
they're speaking the language, right? Because some of the male rappers out here, they don't speak the official rap language. We sounding like broken down patois. These raps are too fast. You know what I mean? It's offbeat kind of vibe, right? Don't really like it. But see, with her, she was just speaking the language.
And she's in the pocket. A lot of these niggas is offbeat, like you just mentioned, bro. They're doing that style where it's like offbeat.
No, they're not doing it. They can't do it.
Mm.
Their friend just they're in the staircase. Their friend told them, "Yo, I think we should rap." Okay, cool. Yo, the street thing has to stop. So we're gonna rap. So it's a lot of it's forced.
Yeah. They weren't rapper. They didn't have rap in their heart. Yeah.
They weren't sitting in the, like, when their moms was asking them, "Yo, what do you want to be when you?" That wasn't the first thing that kind of came out their mouth. They weren't showing signs of that. It evolved into that because they went to jail a couple times. You know what I mean?
It's a lick.
Yeah, it's cipher. It's a get rich quick scheme.
Yeah. Even though a majority of those guys, they end up being drill rappers and they don't get rich, bro. They end up getting locked up because they were less hot as far as like being known for what they're doing.
Yeah.
Before they became rappers. They were getting away with their crimes. And then as soon as they started snitching on themselves, now everybody knows what's going on.
How come I'm going to jail all the time?
Because you keep on talking.
I'm rapping now, fam. No, you're rapping about the bullshit you used to do.
Yeah.
Right? So then they're comparing shit.
Yeah, now they're building a case.
I get it. And you know what? It seems more feasible for a girl rapper anyways from coming out of Canada right now. I would trust it.
Yeah.
If I was a label, I'd be like, you know what? Go grab up Double M. Go grab up Taylor G. Go grab up some of these girls and let's run with that.
Yeah, but the thing that people have been saying over the years about female rappers is that it's harder to deal with them because you have to spend much more money, glam squad, all type of shit.
For sure.
Where like the guys, you put some jewelry on their neck, a couple of designer clothes, go. You got to put the designer clothes on the girls,
glam them
up, and the jewelry on their neck as well. You know what I mean? Like it's
a little more expensive.
It's more expensive.
Yeah, but you know what?
That's been the common.
Yeah, that's a cheap
excuse.
But that's a cheap. That's an excuse. That's a cheap excuse, might I add? Right? Because in the long run, you know how much millions you make back if the one pops.
Look at Nicki Minaj, bro.
When it pops, it goes, bro. So I would take my chance still.
Yeah.
With the woman.
Yeah. Look at Meg Thee Stallion. Yes, they invested into a woman, Carl Crawford. He invested into her.
Yeah.
They had to fight about it in court because the cash in was starting to come in and he wasn't getting anything back from it. But he was like, "Yo, bro, I put money into this chick in the beginning, for you guys to even see her in the first place.
I want some bread."
Yeah. But he's seen, if I put some money into her glam squad, put some money into the studio, I can make some money off of this.
You gonna
woman,
make some money, yeah.
right? Rather than another. I'm sure there was other niggas who around him who rap, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
you ain't gonna
he chose
you ain't
Meg
gonna
the Stallion.
Yeah, you ain't
know
gonna
what
make me the
I'm
money. She gonna make me.
She's making money. Like Meg the Stallion. You know, we mentioned her earlier with the Kamala Harris thing, bro.
See,
like she's that famous.
Sex sells too, right? I'm not saying for the ladies to be vulgar with their selves, right? But I'm saying it sells. When I look at these women, I want to see more.
Yeah.
When I look at these niggas, I don't want to see no more of these niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the same. It looks like a prototype. You know what I mean? A carbon copy of the same niggas, same shit. They wear the same shit. They wear the same style, rap the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least the women are coming with differentiating. Like it feels a little bit more organic, bro.
Even the ones that I don't like I don't not like them. Like the Sexy Red and stuff like that.
Okay.
I like Sexy Red, but like I just don't like all her antics, right?
Yeah.
But even those ones, every one of them is different. That's popping. Ice Spice is different than Sexy Red, which is different than Glorilla, which is different than Lotto. They're all different.
They're all different.
They're not a carbon copy of a bunch of chicks.
No.
Even though like there's a bunch of carbon copies of them, they're not like each other. All of them are. Cardi B is not the same as Nicki Minaj.
Whoa. She tries to look like Nicki.
There was the comparisons in the beginning, but like you look at their characters, they're two different characters. They have different looks, you know, now at this point, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can't mistake Cardi B with Glorilla. You know what I'm saying? they're not carbon copies.
Yeah.
All the women are different. But a lot of these drill rappers, the ones that you can't differentiate from each other, besides like a Farview Foreign.
Because they have a ski mask on.
That too, that don't help.
I have the rappers with the ski mask thing, bro. Fling that smelly flipping thing off your head
This shit
away,
probably
bro.
stinks, right?
Yeah, bro. You haven't washed your hair in days. You saw the top of that. That's done.
They take off the ski mask and just musty up the room, bro.
Like, bro, I smell your blow head.
That's crazy.
So at the end of the day, like, that doesn't work because I'm like, what are you hiding from?
Imagine, like,
every
rap? Woman, we all know what their face looks like,
and
what their style looks like, their ass, what their BBL, whatever.
Yeah.
There's bare mans, especially Toronto. We're bad for this. That there's a lot of different rappers that are all sick. They're all got talented in their own way. But we don't know what any of them look like. They all got masks.
And a couple of them. One day, a guy came up to me the other day and he's like, "Yo, it's me." I didn't know.
How are we supposed to know?
Because you have
bro?
your mask on all the time, bro. You actually scared me. You know what I mean?
And the thing is, they be mad different nationalities over here because of Toronto being like such a multicultural.
Yeah,
city.
so it could be a light skin, like you'll see like the white around. It could be a damn white guy rapping.
White guy, Indian youth. I've met multiple different races, Asian youths. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not naming any names, all right? So don't get offended, any rappers, but a lot of the ski masks, because, you know, I get to see the mask, what's under the mask a lot of times pre-interview, right? Like they come through to do the interview. They see the coast is clear. Let me take off my mask before I do this, because I'm sure it's hot wearing that shit all the time, right?
Bro.
So let me just wear it for when I'm on camera. But a lot of the times when I first seen them, I seen them in the music videos. Obviously, I do some research, so I know some of their nationalities, but some of them I don't. And then they take off the mask, and I'm like, "Oh, you're an Indian youth."
Hello, Indian youth.
Oh, okay, you're a black guy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And the next, oh, you're Asian. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, you don't even know who's yo, fam. There was one, you were with me, and we won't mention any names again. We pulled off his mask, and he was like an Arab youth.
I was right there. I was like, get the what the? Tell me what the hell?
He just don't know. We don't know what's under the mask.
Yo, it was like, yo, is the coast clear? I was just like, you know what? I'm done with these guys. I'm done.
No, because you watch them on the videos and shit like
They're
that.
the hardest thing out.
No, well, there still are, but like we assume everybody's black, light skin, or whatever, and some of them is clear in their hands, but there's so many different nationalities under the masks.
Anyway, because if I put this on, you're gonna think I'm a black guy. So yo, let me just.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's a finesse.
That's what it might be.
No, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You either think I'm Hispanic,
or you think
I'm a
at
light
least
skin.
I'm harder. At least
you think I'm harder.
Yeah.
Wow.
It doesn't help in the end of the day because we can't tell you from the next man.
Yeah, and a lot of them don't survive. Like, as not to say like living, like survive the game itself, because it's like, how are you marketable, really?
You get lost in the sauce, bro.
Yo, you're just another shiesty rapper.
Yeah. Well, listen, man. Salute to the ladies out there doing y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? Keep it up, man. I love to see the ladies doing their thing. Yeah, let's give them a round of applause. Round of applause.
Tennis claps. Tennis claps.
Good job, ladies. Good job. I want to take it to politics again for a quick second.
Oh, flip Wilson.
Trudeau is letting in less foreign workers.
Yeah. Anyways, go on.
So this is courtesy.
What a guy.
I got you. Don't worry, I got you. This is courtesy of Wave Room. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau just announced that Canada will now accept fewer temporary workers. Okay. And he put up a tweet or an X. And he says, we're going to have fewer temporary foreign workers in Canada. We're bringing in stricter rules for companies to prove why they can't hire Canadian workers first.
So I didn't get that.
So, you know, a lot of the times they're bringing in workers to do apple picking, do all these different jobs. We reported on this before, the crazy conditions that they had all the apple pickers under. Foreign workers, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these people that are coming in here and then like they end up working at Timmy's or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Foreign workers, right?
Yeah.
Instead of saying, you know what, let me just go and outsource to somebody cheaper, a foreign worker, or even outsource my call center to the Philippines or something like that, can you make sure that you do the best, you search the most you can to see if you can get a Canadian person to do that job before getting a foreign worker. You know what I'm saying? Getting a whole bunch of different foreign workers down to your farm. Listen, with all due respect to the people in foreign countries who depend on those jobs, I would imagine that sucks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for the Canadians who are looking for jobs, homeless people, all these different people who claim they can't get jobs, if there's more jobs available to people from the country itself, then I think that's a good look for once from Trudeau.
Yep. Well, that's because he knows it's election time too. Soon coming
That
up,
too.
right?
Yeah,
So you're trying to make yourself look as good as possible. But I don't know why he even wants to run again. He should just give it up, bro.
There was a point in time, like this week, earlier this week before the pod, that there was a rumor that he was going to be stepping down. But I think he denounced that. I don't think he's going to step down, man.
Well, he needs to. Okay, either way, it's like, what about the home situation? That's really what it is, right? Like, you already did enough damage and sold our country to other countries.
Bro, they overpaid some of the money that they were giving to Ukraine.
Bro, come on, man. That could have helped us, bro. Like, this is a guy you want to really, like, I don't want to say it like too vulgar, but you'd want to strangle by the neck, bro. Because it's like, dude, are you seeing what you're doing over there? And dude, and you're not doing, there's guys, women, children, families out here suffering in a rich country like this. That's insane, bro.
And also with the whole foreign worker thing, I think he's also feeling the backlash, he being Trudeau, he's feeling the backlash from the amount of immigrants that have come in that we've covered over and over again. Remember, we were just saying, 1 million immigrants a year started coming into the country, opposed to 400,000,
which is a lot too.
Which is already a lot, right? But was an acceptable amount based on the population growth that we were planning. Now 1 million, now shit is tight, money's tight, everybody's like, Trudeau, bro, this is your fault.
Very much so.
Right? And then remember, out of that million, over 50%, like 56%, were coming from India. And now we have this whole thing where we're having like conflicts with each other, and they're having conflicts and spies and all types of shit that he's having, like, you know, international issues with. Bro, the best solution, if I'm him, is let's close the border up a little bit, bro.
All of it. Just shut it right down and start give some jobs to the people who really live here and who are from here, man.
Yeah, because you made a mess, bro.
You made a big mess, and you need to clean it up.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he's not going to be able to clean it up.
That's a bandage at the same time. Keep that in mind. Like, okay, well, we're just going to do less foreign workers or foreign... that's just a little bandage for the problem that you created, bro, the flood.
It's too far gone because...
Yes.
Because you know what? those same immigrant workers, they've been here over now 20 years. They're the ones who own some of these businesses now. So they're still going to hire their own people.
And have picnic, have youths and
yeah,
stuff.
they don't want no, like, not to be rude or anything, but they don't want no black person or a white person in their place. Just like we didn't want them when they first came here in our places. So I think it's just reversed and we can't take it.
You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That is real, bro.
Real shit, bro.
That
Like
is
you can,
real, bro.
You can't do it. It's just not physically possible, right?
You can't do it.
They've already done too much. They've already squeezed out too much of the toothpaste.
So
Fam.
he's just bad. It's just bad.
Yeah, but it doesn't necessarily mean that if somebody else becomes in charge, like, don't get me wrong, I don't want Trudeau in charge anymore. But the next man, if it's Polyev or whoever else, they're gonna have to clean up this nigga's mess.
And then he's still gonna look bad. He's gonna look bad for the whole 4 years.
Yes,
and
clean
people are
up
gonna be like,
man's
why
mess.
do we get this guy in?
Yeah, because I have to clean up the other guy's mess before I can do what I told you I was gonna do.
Well, then the first thing, the way he has to clean up the mess, if he gets in, is be strict and stop everything.
So you think that they should stop immigration in Canada? That means everybody. That means our people too. Remember, we're immigrants.
Yeah,
we're
we're
a product of immigration.
Or products, right? We're first generation Canadians. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we're products of immigration. Like,
of course, but everybody is.
But moving forward, like that means no more people from yacht.
Go America, go England. Go do what you have to do. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter for black.
Hold on. Before you continue, they have their own problems, bro. They're having a migrant crisis in America. So I don't know if we could just say, don't come here, go over there. They're gonna be like, no, we don't want you neither, bro. We're full.
Wow. I'm just like,
club's full.
Yeah, I know. What was I gonna say? But I feel like unless your country has war. It is war riddled, war torn, or any of the sort.
Refugees, like,
then you can come here.
Yeah.
You can escape to asylum or whatever they call it. Right?
Asylum, yeah.
Yeah. I want you here. I don't want you to get blown up into smithereens.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you're just coming here because IT school is a little this and you still have to pay, I don't want you here. You're taking up jobs. You're taking up space. Get out of here. Go back to your country. You have more things than we do. You have actually more resources than we do.
So let's just to clarify, because I don't want anybody to misconstrue Dusty Wallace, aka Scary Potter, as a racist or anything like that.
No.
He's talking about everybody, not just the Indian people. He's talking about from Jamaica, Barbados, everybody. Stay in your yard, bro.
Stay in your yard.
Or how does my youth say it, Doug Ford? 10 in your yard.
10 in your yard.
10 in your yard.
10 in your yard. Right? So that to me is the only way you can fix some of these problems, because where do the future is the kids.
Yes.
Okay? If my kids can't get jobs, that is going to be a problem in the next 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And because of a guy that comes from another country, can't speak English, gets the job over a kid that can speak it fluently and has been going to school, knows the system, knows what to do, knows not what to do. You're crazy, bro.
So let me ask you another question on this.
Yeah.
Right? And then we'll get off our political segment.
Yeah.
Is that forever, or is that for a extended period of time, and then we'll open up the borders again?
Yeah, I wouldn't say forever, but in extended time. Let our youth, the next generation that I'm saying after us, let them at least be able to buy homes. Let them at least be able to get further in the workforces, whatever they choose, whatever jobs start to be created in the world in the next 10 years to 20. They, like, our Canadian kids who are born, raised here should be the first ones to get that.
So border shut down for the next 10 years, and then you guys can forward back.
And we're checking accounts now. It can't just be some fake accounts that you're showing money.
Yeah.
I want to know that you have over $100,000 to get into this country. So when you come here, you don't have to rely on my system.
Yeah.
You don't have to rely on welfare. You don't have to rely on nothing. Food bank, nothing.
Yeah.
Right?
Like your idea, obviously they're not going to do that because Canada is built on immigration.
Yeah.
But if we were to really think this out and just see if this was to happen, that would have our population stay at such a space where it's okay, they're gonna have to bring down the price of housing because it's not overrun with people. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We're producing. Yes, obviously we're reproducing and stuff like that, but like only the people who are here are reproducing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And okay, now there's more jobs available, and you know,
you can't just come off a plane and just land.
Yeah, like don't tell me like businesses are gonna get shut down because nobody wants the jobs. All the Canadian people are gonna be like, no, we don't want the jobs anyway. Like, no, I'm sure you'll start seeing more people are applying for Timmy's, and I got the job actually.
But what it is too, a lot of people are like, remember Canada, even though we don't show it, it's a racist ass country. Right? Because I'm gonna be real. White boy ain't gonna want to go work for no Indian man. Especially seeing that his people got money or something for all these years, right? But you may have to go into the workforce. A lot of white boys ain't gonna want to work for no Indian man. So what do they become? They become their own contractors. They become this and that. But now things like that now start getting on their nerves because there's contractors now in the construction field, not roofers, qualified roofers from
Taking
India,
their work,
from Ukraine, coming and taking the work from the mans that went to school for it here,
lowballing the shit,
lowballing it, and then the guy who's born here knows Canadian weather, knows what to do, knows construction, can't even get. Like, now he has to go and redo their work.
Yeah.
When you should have just paid that Canadian from the jump.
Yeah, even if it's a little bit extra money. Yeah.
Pay him.
Yeah.
Pay him.
And I think that's what they're trying to enforce in like even in the politics in the States. Like, we're going to start doing things more American made.
You have to.
You know what I'm saying? We're not going to start doing as much foreign export or import. I mean, like.
Look at us. We're stupid. Canada's stupid. We sell our wood to them
to
and they sell it back. Where have you ever? What has ever? What the heck is going on? You know what I'm saying? Like that makes no sense to a guy like me, bro.
No, there's a lot of things that are kind of backward about this country. The foreign workers, that, like I said earlier, is one bandage, but Trudeau, you're gonna have to do a lot more to get back in people's good graces.
And we're also blaming the wrong Trudeau. We're supposed to blame his father.
His pops?
Yeah, bro. It's his father that got it to where it is today.
He just took over.
Yeah, and he followed pursuit, right?
Or he took over a few.
Yeah. It's not really,
later.
It's not really the son you have to blame. It's the people before him. The couple of prime ministers.
Yeah.
Before
there was him.
Chrétien.
There was Harper.
Chrétien. Those kind of guys,
Jean
right?
Chrétien.
They already made it worse for me and you and anything that comes after me and you. Those guys, like our parents, were watching these things go down and saying, "Oh my God, my children are screwed in Canada."
And last thing on this politics thing here, our own Canadian politics, isn't it kind of a coincidence that all of these prime ministers are all from Quebec?
French speaking?
French Canadians. Like, I know because French is our second language here in Canada. It's good to have a prime minister that's fluent in French.
Both, yeah.
Right? Bilingual, right? But like all of these guys who have been given the highest position of power in our country, you know, you just mentioned, what was it, Brian Trudeau or whatever his dad was or whatever.
Yeah.
Pierre Poilievre.
Brian Mulroney.
It was Brian Mulroney, don't I'm bad, right?
Jean Chrétien. With his side boat.
Or Pierre Poilievre is not in power, but yeah, Jean Chrétien was who I was thinking about, right?
Yeah.
All these guys are like hardcore Quebecois. They're not even like a little bit French. Like their accent's more French than English.
So can I ask you a real deep question? Being from those areas of the world.
Yes, please.
You believe them? They even give a damn about black people, really?
Bro, Quebec is one of the most racist places out of all of the provinces, bro.
Thank you.
It's probably the most racist province out of the whole of Canada, bro.
Thank you. So when you're saying, let's shut down the borders, don't bring even the Jamaicans, even anybody, Caribbeans, don't. I wouldn't care.
Like, look who's saying it, the Quebecois, right? And I'm from Quebec, and I'm telling you, it's a racist place because I've experienced it on a high level over there, bro.
Thank you.
We used to have skinheads trying to chase us in the 80s, bro. It's crazy, fam.
There's a place to going towards those places, man. A little small town, man.
Probably Hull or one of those places.
Oh man, I've been there before, man. Oh man, but anyways, bro, I've experienced those places being very, very, very racist.
Bro, the thing is with those places, like we talk about Quebec and everybody thinks about Montreal.
No, difference.
There's a difference between Montreal, which I've experienced the most in Montreal.
Yeah.
But once you start going outside of Montreal, good luck, bro. Quebec City, all these different places,
God.
bro. Like, fam, they're going to look at you crazy. They'll actually even call you a nigga to your face with the ER.
Holy.
Trust me, bro. And this is where a lot of our prime ministers come from, bro. Born and raised.
So do you really think they care about the 100,000?
hell no.
There's only 100,000 black people in Canada.
If that, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when they're making these rules for Canadians, they're not really making it for the native Canadian. They're not making the rules for the black, Afro, and Caribbean Canadians.
They're
really.
trying to include us, but they don't really care like that.
Where? Nah, they have more. I'm gonna be real. They got more. They got more entanglement with the Indian man.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the South Asian.
Yeah, they
You
rather
see more of them in like those House of Commons meetings and stuff like that. Like you see a lot of turbans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Than the black man.
Look at Jagmeet Singh. He's one of the most popular people in politics in Canada.
But I tell you this, I hear a lot of his own people don't even mess with him either.
Yeah, but at least you can see his face.
He's visible.
As a visible minority who's representing the South Asian community. We don't even have like a big black guy in our politics over here that we're always looking at on the TV. You know what I'm saying?
No, we don't. We have a couple guys that claim to be the mayor and but that's like running around play stuff in my eyes, right?
Yeah, and that's city. That's like here in our city, but like on a national level, we don't really have like a black representative that we always see on CP24 talking. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all. So a lot of the times when like, have you really ever voted?
I started voting like let's say a couple of years ago, which is bad for my age.
Yeah,
but like. A few years ago, I started voting locally when it came to the mayoral race. To Nia Singh. I voted for Nia Singh a couple times.
For sure. But that's because you've seen a familiar face.
Yeah.
Right? Now, would you vote this? Are you going to vote this time?
Yeah, I'm going to start getting more involved in the process because I complain. I've been podcasting for years talking about how I don't like Trudeau, So if I don't want Trudeau in anymore, even though I understand that there's a part of it that is like pre-planned and everything like that, and if I can do my part in any way, and if it's not pre-planned and my vote counts, then I'm putting it in, bro. I'm trying to get this nigga out of here, bro. Even I don't even know what the other guy's policies are. I got to start.
I heard someone told me he's not just insulting, but he's an idiot too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't trust any of these guys. That's why it makes it hard for me to go vote in the first place.
Because there's less of us.
Yeah.
And they don't make it clear for us, right?
Yeah.
So see, in America now, you got Harris. You got something to like familiarize with. Like, oh, I seen some rappers. Like you're gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You did ask the right thing earlier, right? Would you do this, right?
Yeah.
Would you vote?
And I never gave my answer. I think I'm gonna keep my political opinion to myself.
What is it? Let me know.
To be honest, bro, I'd probably just do something to split the vote. Like I'd vote for the independent.
So just not both of them.
Yeah. Because I don't believe anything that any of them are saying. I know that Trump is problematic, but he's, I guess, quote unquote, the better choice for the lack of a better terms.
Yeah.
But if I say, okay, let me vote for her because she's supposed to be non-problematic, she has a whole bunch of problematic shit too. They're both trash to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I guess Trump is the less of the trash, but the amount of bullshit that I've seen come out of his mouth, like, and things that are borderline racist, I'm like, you know what?
I hear you.
I don't like none of y'all. Both of y'all are trash.
I hear you. So you see how like we've never known, like you see how like you can know somebody who was a rapper. We've never known anybody to be the actual prime minister. We didn't grow up with like the prime minister's kids or anything.
Yeah.
So you will never know how sincerely these people really are.
There's no contact or
and there's no one coming out of the woodworks.
We can't relate.
Yes, we can't relate, and there's no one that comes out the woodworks that be like, "Yo, I went to school with this guy," and there is a couple people who can say that, but like, they're how high they're up there they are too in the system that you're probably just saying it because something went wrong, a deal went wrong, right? And now you're exposing them or whatever, right? So a lot of times when I see these politicians, what strikes me is like, where the hell did you come from?
Yeah.
Do you really know what's going on in this world that we are both living in, or am I living in just you, or am I living in the same world as you?
Yeah.
You know, that's how I feel. So,
well, listen, man. Salute to all our people out there who are trying to do something to change the community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I know, like sometimes people are like, "Yo, what does this have to do with hip hop?" And I'm like, "No,
it has
bro.
a lot to do."
You know, we have to make sure that we're coming from a place where we can like go to a studio, afford to do any of this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it all trickles down in the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Times are tough right now, and if we don't, vote for the right people, it's gonna be tougher on all levels. Back to the music, even. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Like they're probably gonna cut some of those black
the funding
and stuff like that. You don't know.
You get the wrong guy in charge. All of that Factor and Ontario Creates and all that cut off. But yeah, salute to all of that shit, man. I got some more hip hop related shit. Big salute to Steamin' Hot Grabba with a variety of different Grabba flavors and dispensers. They got red rose Grabba, that red herring Grabba, and peanut butter. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Steamin' Hot Grabba, and use the code We Love Hip Hop and receive a discount on your order. Again, you can find them on Instagram, Steamin' Hot Grabba. Now let's get back to the show. Yeah. Just to sum up everything here, right?
Yeah.
Because we're getting near the end of 2024. We're literally, by the time people see this, it's going to be like the end of October. 2024 is speeding out of here.
Yes, it is.
Has 2024 been the worst year for hip hop? And I'll give you a few examples.
Yeah,
not from the music standpoint, even though from the music standpoint hasn't been great neither.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
But we've been taking bare L's. Diddy's in shambles. Like one of our old hip hop heroes. You know what I'm saying? Pop Smoke died a few years ago, but we're seeing now Durk in this crazy case. Give me some more things that have like been huge L's that are from people from our hip hop community, entertainment.
I'm gonna be real. Drake lost a battle.
Drake and Kendrick, the biggest rapper, and our Toronto guy, took a L, and
that's a nightmare for me.
Yeah,
but like, that too. What else?
That wasn't the worst because nobody died.
No. What else? YSL gone down.
YSL, yes. Thank you.
All these allegations of like, even like 3-leg Gucci, like things like those things. Like that's
Gucci
like
third leg.
Gucci third leg. Like that.
Gucci's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like those things, like the oddness of things that are going on is kind of like, are we being targeted a little bit?
Bro, and bare people that were like caught up on some PDF file stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like in the gamer world, and not even like the internet world, like the YouTube world.
Yeah.
A lot of people took L's over there too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like they're not in the hip hop shit. But like there's a lot of our hip hop heroes or people who are coming up that are in jail. Blueface went to jail.
Yeah.
And Krishan Rock.
Yep.
And we were watching them in 2023 like TV, bro. They had a TV show.
Yep.
and now in 2024, they both took major L's, bro.
These little shows that are on Zeus, like Baddies and all those stuff. The what would you call it? The debacle, the debauchery of how women are now like one track minded to be the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
the ratchetry has gotten to the highest level. Like, you know what I mean? Like the debauchery that you can see.
Yeah.
Is like now at its pinnacle, at its
like
I don't even know if it's at its peak. Like getting naked is at its peak now.
I find myself watching it and being like, please, Lord, do not let my daughters be like this. Because if you think that this is like suitable for especially women, that's the part of 2024 I was like, okay, we're done in society for sure.
Yeah. The whatchamacallit happened this year too. Rick Ross got his ass beat
by a bunch of white Canadians.
Yeah.
Which I feel he deserved. I feel right? So that's not an L. That's not an L for us.
That's not an L for us, but he took an L. You know what I'm saying?
L. No, where the L comes in correct me if I'm wrong. It's because there is no money circulating the hip hop community right now as much as it used to.
Yeah.
That you will find yourself in the most asinine arguments and tiffs and kabuffles.
Yeah.
That you could ever think of, because he didn't have to get involved in the Drake thing.
Yeah.
When he's there, go, white boy, where you at, white boy?
BBL Drizzy.
BBL Drizzy.
Yeah.
BBL Drizzy. You know what I'm saying? So that's to show you money's running out on his end.
Yeah. And even with more rappers, NBA YoungBoy's locked up right now. Think about that. You're not on road, bro.
No,
Didn't he get picked up for a parole violation or a probation violation, I mean?
No, he's buying drugs.
Yeah.
He buying drugs and acting like he a girl on the phone, like, hi, it's Bessie. I'm coming to pick up my medication right now.
Yeah.
And they figured out it was him.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Man, times are rough.
It's
Mans
rough,
are in
bro.
all types of demonic, low vibrational.
Yeah, since the 10th of May, he's been held without bond in Webster County Jail.
But see, that's to clean him up.
Or Weber County Jail.
That's to clean him up. You notice they're all cleaning up, though.
Yeah, but like he's the king of the young boys, no pun intended. And he's in jail, bro. Like,
yeah, but
everybody's taking L's, bro.
L's.
Like Tory Lanez in the beginning of the year, it was last year that they convicted him. It was in December.
Yeah.
Right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But like that was like starting into 2020. We should have seen it from then. That getting into 2024.
Act got on the thing started going on with Act.
Yeah, the R word thing. Yeah.
R.
No, Act's been under pressure a few times this year, man.
Right?
Like, bro, like he's still been able to sustain himself, fortunately, right? Like,
yeah,
he didn't take Act out the paint. But like there's been a few thumbnails where it's like, is academics done? You know what I'm saying? Like there's been a lot of L's that have been taken in 2024 for the hip hop world, or just like the black entertainment world, bro.
What else? Fat Man Scoop we lost a couple people to death.
R.I.P. to DJ Clark Kent. Also, I should have mentioned at the top of the show as well. Right. There's a lot of people that we lost. And it's Fat Man Scoop was like right on stage, bro.
Doing what he loves, but at the end of the day, right then and there.
Yeah. And these guys, there are hip hop legends that are passing. They're passing in like their late 50s. They're not like in their 70s and shit.
No.
Or 80s, you know what I'm saying?
That's to show you some of the road game is rough. It catches up to you because you're not eating well. And if you are eating well, you think you're eating well because you're at the restaurants every night ordering up the best food, but really are you eating the right food? You know what I'm saying? So then you're not exercising, you're around women, you're around drugs, you're around stuff that can slow down your metabolism. Boom, right there. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
there's a lot of things. What else? Adam 22. Didn't he let was that in 2023?
It was in 2023 where everybody left. I think it was more 2023 when everybody left.
What about when the wife got banged up?
I think that was all 2024 stuff, man.
That's 2024.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm sure in the comments they're gonna have a bunch of different things that have happened, because this is not a year in review yet.
Yeah.
But like as I keep on coming up with like looking for news stories week after week.
The balloons, the spy balloons.
The spy balloons happened. Yeah. It's just been a weird year, man. Besides the fact that we have like real global conflicts going on, you know what I'm saying? Like there's actual wars and shit going on. There's, you know, pro one side or the other. I don't want to like say the things for YouTube, but like, you know, there's marches that are happening in downtown right now. They're like, I'll say the words pro-Palestine or pro, you know. There was a girl just the other day who was ripping a bunch of flags from in front of a Starbucks, but it was, or a coffee shop. It wasn't even a Starbucks, and they were Greek flags, but she thought that they were Israeli flags.
What?
Idiot gal. But like, this is how crazy we are right now. Everybody's going nuts and crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's all these streamers that are crashing out. Fresh and Fit got demonetized. Candace Owens got demonetized at one point. Like, yo, bare people are catching L's.
Any truth sayers?
No, I don't know about. I'll say maybe Candace Owens can go on that category a bit, but like guys like Fresh and Fit, they were just crashing out.
Did you hear what he said about the Jamaicans the other day?
No. What did he say about Jamaicans?
Oh my God. I don't want to go to a reggae party. I don't want to hear reggae music. I'm going to the old dive bar where there's...
Oh, I heard that.
I was like, bro, I agreed with you last week, but now this week we got a bone to pick.
now that he's talking about Jamaicans.
Now he's talking about Jamaicans and da-da-da-da-da. I'm going to say, yo, brother.
Oh, man.
Easy them talk there.
Sharp took a L. I've just seen damn homie right there.
Oh, my
Sharp took
God.
an L this year. Oh, man. Yeah, it's been a rough year, man. I know there's been rougher years, and Comic Gang let me know if there has been. Like obviously when Biggie and Pac died, that was a crazy year.
Yeah, but it wasn't so accessible. It wasn't that much.
And it wasn't so much back to back L's, bro. Like, you know, RIP to both of them, but one man died in 1 year and then one man died in the next year. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like continuous L's all through the year and then Pac died. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, we were having a good time and then Pac died.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then that was it.
Yeah, we're this year has just been like L. Oh, by the way, another indictment. L. Rico. L.
Yeah, you know what it is? They're humbling black people.
Like crazy.
Humble your black asses down, sit down. You know
y'all got too rich over the years,
got
man.
Too rich under our nose.
Yeah.
And now we're here to take something back.
Yeah. Listen, man, I don't like to end it on a somber note, but
no, it's not really.
Let's make hip hop great again, man.
I don't know, man.
Hip hop culture great again. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know,
like
man.
Even like I made sure to talk to the last thing because like we podding. I made sure to cover some music and highlight some of the women and just some of the music stuff because even hip hop media has gone to like where all we talk about is crash out. You know what I'm saying?
We're the worst to our own people because technically we're covering it. We're the ones actually ruining our people. Let's be real. Let's just say Academic did not cover Lil Durk this week.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be as much light on Lil Durk.
Yeah, but then we're now eating into our pockets. Don't cover Lil Durk and not make no money.
See, hold on. See, that's where you gotta have some morals and scruples, and you gotta have some respect for our culture, right? Because then, if they're not even doing it,
who, the mainstream?
Yeah,
they're doing it. They're making their money.
I'm saying white media. If they're not really doing it like that, they wait on us to do it.
Nah, bro.
They wait on us to do it, bro.
Somebody like a Lil Durk, they're covering that on a CP24 as much as Academics.
They catch it first from us. They get it first from us now.
It depends on the level of the artist.
Exactly.
If it's like somebody like Lil Tim, like let's say Lil Tim went to jail.
Yeah.
Like they didn't cover that on CP24.
No, they're not gonna cover that.
But if like Tekashi 6ix9ine goes to jail or you know, Lil Durk, certain rappers where like sometimes it's surprising, but I'm like, oh, okay, it's on there. I don't think they needed to see like Ack or somebody cover it first. It was like an indictment that went down, and they're like, now we're covering it.
I agree. I agree with you, my brother. But I still feel like we're the first ones who get it, and then we ruin them.
Yeah,
we are the ones ruining.
We'll cover it more in depthly. Like,
yeah, and we're actually solving case like the way Academics does his thing. People want to say he's solving cases and but he's potting, right? Let's be real, right? He's potting.
He's also covering, and I heard him defend himself on this, so I don't think he needs any defense. But he's covering the paperwork that's already exists.
Yeah,
right. So when people are like, "You're solving the case," it's like, bro, one, you guys gave us mad stuff to look at on the internet, and he's literally reviewing the police reports, whatever. So it's like the police are actually solving the case. I'm just showing y'all what the police said.
See, but some people would believe, especially the pro-blacks, you know what I mean? Because there's a difference because he's not American black.
Yeah.
He's Caribbean black.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a difference between the lifestyle that he knows and that they grew up in.
Yeah.
So you're giving them, in their eyes, you solving shit.
for the people who don't like academics, he's solving shit.
For the people that don't like him, he's solving shit.
They're gonna look at it. They're gonna find those excuses like, oh, it's because you're from the Caribbean. It's because you're this. And
you don't
that.
understand.
They just don't like him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in their like super hip hop. This is how it should be bubble. And like people like academics, like if he threatens them.
Yeah,
academics is a new wave.
Yeah.
Of how media is distributed to people, and like people are engaging with him as
it is.
And helping him in the comments and stuff like that to research shit. Where like these guys who complain about him, a la the E-Bros and all these different guys, like they're gonna get phased out if that's how people are going to consume their content.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
this is part of the reason I live stream. Like, it's like people want interactive content. You know what I'm saying? So just like the formulaic radio shows, stuff like that, those are getting pushed in the background. All those old heads, they're not gonna like act even if he's reporting on something that they jack with, that they like.
They rock with.
They rock with. You know what I'm saying?
Holy.
They'll still find a reason to be like, oh, well, Act don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, you're right. But like I said, when it came to Diddy, when it comes to these our black entertainers, us as black media, we're the ones who killed them first.
Yeah.
We murked them first, bro. We bleed the hell out. We squeeze the hell out of our own people. It's because it's so toxic. You know what I mean? We talk about
and we don't
the
have
bad.
big platforms. We have less. Our platforms don't have the same size as the mainstream. So
yeah,
you know, then Tasha K will do 10 thumbnails on a topic. You know what I'm saying? Because like everybody's still quote unquote trying to get out the mud. You know what I'm saying?
So is it our fault?
It's like a double-edged sword. It's like
Very
you
much
damned
so.
if you do, if you damned if you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So do we have to have a little bit more consideration on how we crucify our black entertainers? Because it is our fault too. If we're gonna say it took a hit, it's because of black media.
Yeah.
Yes. Look into it. Look into it when you get the chance. Just look into it. I'm not saying that's what you do or me do, but I'm saying when a lot of times a lot of these guys go down, we know about it first.
Yeah.
All we have to do is report on the incident and then go through the comments. It's like somebody was right there when he did it. We'll tell you everything that goes down.
Yeah. We have more of an ear to the street than, let's say, the mainstream media.
Thank you. So we get it first, then they get it.
Yeah, like we know how to decipher like the Instagram post and all that type of stuff more than like a CP24 would. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So when the body does drop, you know what I'm saying, like on the news, and they don't know who that person is, you are right. Like a Toronto blog will actually know, oh, that person was a rapper, so-and-so died, right? Where the news is just reporting shooting, 2 people died on the North York, right? as they usually say, right? And then they'll be like, we don't know, and then you go on the blog and it's like, oh, so-and-so got it.
Exactly. So what I'm saying, that's so now I'll give you another way of looking at it. Diddy did his things, right? He had his parties, he had all these things, right? Going on. We were the ones, we all used to love him. We were the ones to now come and crucify him and tell him, yo, you're wrong, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now,
except for Bow Wow.
But think about it like, right? But it was all black media. All black media.
Yeah.
Who tore him down.
Yes and no. You're
even
right.
Revolt, even his own people at Revolt couldn't say nothing until it was all, he sold it.
But you're right. But the Biggie story, not the Biggie story, the Diddy story has gotten so big now.
Yeah.
That I've seen a lot of white media pages.
Because they know that they can tap into our media. Our media is the most expensive, the most, we're gold,
You're
bro.
getting mad clicks. Like I see mad, like, and I'm not
Piers
talking
Morgan.
mainstream. Piers Morgan, yes.
And that's
right?
he's a racist.
But he's focused on the Diddy shit. He knows every time he puts Diddy in his title, that's out of here. Especially if he can get Vlad or somebody else to come and speak. That's a video that's out of here.
All that.
But then there's like other like random YouTubers that are like Law and Order YouTubers or different people that are like not usually on the hip hop shit that are like, hey, this is my opinions on Diddy.
Right?
Like,
so they knew how to tap in because they're watching our algorithms.
Yeah.
And they're blocking it.
Sloan, right? So that's like a gay YouTuber guy who like usually covers like a lot of like celebrity gossip and shit like that.
Yep.
But Diddy is so big pause that he's transcended hip hop, bro. He's
for sure.
He's rubbing elbows with all of the celebrities. So like there's an economy and everybody covering him, not just hip hop.
But then look, I'll give you another example. Those Abercrombie Finch guys got hit the other day, right?
Yeah.
They all got out on bail.
Yeah.
Because there was no money in that. There's no real media in that. They're not important.
I didn't even put it on the list. And I knew it happened.
But they're not important.
Yeah.
They're not important. That's what I'm trying to show you.
Yeah.
Durk's important. Me and you, 2 black men, are now speaking about another black man.
Yeah.
Right? And whatever opinion we could have on him.
But it's important for our audience. Our audience taps into us because we're 2 black men, right?
Yeah,
so
very much
for
so.
us to start talking about like Channing Tatum and Abercrombie and Finch and all that, they'd be like, we don't give a shit, man. What's that got to do with hip hop?
And a lot of times neither do the white people. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They give a shit about us. We're the most. That's what I'm saying. So when I say we were the actual ones tearing it down.
Yeah.
It comes from us first.
Yeah.
We're the killers of hip hop. We let them tell us, yo, you guys got to rap like this in order to make money. We let that happen.
Or that shit is trash. Throw that in.
We let that happen when we could have said, nah, this is how it is in the ghetto. We talk about our struggles and we talk about this and this, but in a positive way, right? Like you could have kept it like that, but you couldn't because they took away the money aspect to you now from making it.
Yeah.
So now you're like, how do I make money off of my music? Oh, I gotta now go crazy.
Gotta crash out.
Right? So now how do I make money off of YouTube? Oh, I gotta talk about these black people crashing out all the time.
Yeah. Listen, man.
Double-edged sword.
One day we'll have an economy on good news. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon.
Never soon.
Right?
No.
Like, I don't think good news is going to get the most clicks on the thumbnails.
Never.
Right? Salute to the comment gang that, they try to crucify me. Oh, you only talk about negative shit. Y'all don't be looking on the videos that have the positive shit.
Never.
That has like a couple hundred views, and then you're like complaining under a top 5 content. You know what I'm saying?
It's weird.
Like, well, you always talk about top 5. Bro, there was like 4 other videos before him, and you didn't comment on those.
You didn't even give a damn.
Right? You ran over to the top 5 video and said, oh my God, it has 5,000 views. Oh, you're part of the problem.
It's weird.
All right, bro.
But that's
whatever
what I'm
you want,
saying.
man.
They're going to always blame you. They're always going to blame black media too, right?
Yeah.
So,
nobody's tapping into all the education that Bo Pinto just dropped on people's head.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Pinto, shout out Pinto.
Yeah, it's a big salute to Joe Pinto, right? But like, they ran over to the next top 5 story that I clicked of him just behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying?
That was it.
Like, y'all want the fuckery, bro. Stop lying. Let's get out of here though, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
We love hip hop.